Hello, what's going on? Popcorn Chicken's back. Welcome, everybody. We're going to talk about today an amazing show that is just going downhill. It is called Silo. I've got the team here. The team is here. The entire team.
Whole
Finally.
team.
For the first time.
Nothing
the
but
first
the team.
The entire team is here today. We did say that the entire team was here. We're going to get chicken, but Justin went to try to get chicken, and apparently the entire country is down for debit. And
There's
Visa
no
tra-
chicken.
No chicken
There's
sales.
no chicken anywhere.
We can get beef all you want.
Pork,
pork.
beef,
Yeah.
no
Even
chicken.
fish. But no chicken. So, unfortunately, not this week, but we will try to do it next week because we all are planning to be here next week. Enough of the chicken talk. Let's talk about Silo, a show that is, how shall I put it, disappointing us. Or at least for me. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Episode 4. So we'll quickly talk about Silo, and then we're going to get into a lot of other cool topics. So let's get going here. All right, who wants to go start off? Let's make Nathan do it because he wasn't here last week.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Here's a problem with the fourth episode. The start of it, I can't quite remember. It's not as memorable as some of the other episodes.
It's a flashback.
Yeah, that was it to when she was a kid,
She
right?
was a kid. Yeah.
Yep.
With her mom and her brother and her dad.
Was the start of it the cooking flashback, or was the flashback the one with
This-
the kid?
It's
was-
her
who was
brother who's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Darth and Kiwi. Darth says Silo and never heard of it. It's from Apple Plus. We're-
Apple Plus, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Apple TV.
Oh, sorry, Apple TV. They're all
Yeah.
TVs and Plus. Who
There's
knows
pluses
these
in
days?
there.
I should just call them all minus.
It's Macintosh. It's Big Red Juicy or whatever it's called, the Fiji.
Anyways, we decided to talk about it because it was a very interesting trailer, and from all accounts, the first 2 episodes really was good.
The first 2 episodes were really good.
Really good. I think
Yeah.
all of us gave it 9 and higher. You
Yeah.
gave it 10, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
It was
So-
amazing.
We thought this was going to be a good show going down the road. I mean, it's still got
It's
time.
not bad.
It's still got time to turn it around.
Yeah,
I
it just
think, right. But it better do it fast, because I'm about to turn it off. Right.
the first 2 episodes were such a good starting point, like showing off what it's going to be like, and then the rest of it has been like, I don't need to watch this every week. Like I'll wait
Yeah.
till it's all out, because they're just building up stuff that they're not building it up. The first 2 episodes did such a good job to hook you and build up stuff, and then the next 2 have just been like, you haven't given me a reason to care about any of this stuff yet. Like the last bit of this episode, they show a guy, and then it's like credits, and you're like, who the hell is that guy? Like, okay.
Darth says the studio looks good AF. Thank you. Yeah, we're working hard on it. Justin, everybody else is putting their time into putting this together, whether it be lighting, audio, or chairs. Yes, Chris, our chair engineer extraordinaire.
I should break right now.
He just falls off. Everybody had a part into this, including people who are behind the scenes who did these amazing boards here. Shout out to Young and Michael putting it together. And we're just going to start. We're going to add some more stuff to this as we go along. We're just going to fine-tune every month as we go along. All right.
Darth Gutierrez
I was
has to
gonna
go do a round.
Yeah, he's got to do his round at the museums.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Make
of
sure
course.
nobody gets in.
Night
Make
at the
sure.
museum.
Yep.
If you see a crate open, run.
You see Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Ben Stiller.
Nate, you were going to tell us your reaction. Or talk
Oh, yeah.
about Silo.
Well, Darth asked if you're done with school.
I am done with school. Technically, I only need one thing left to graduate. I just need a little note to submit that.
I'll
note from the
write it
doctors.
for you, don't worry.
Yeah. But as soon as I get that in, then I'll be all done with my degree.
Then what are you gonna do after you're done school?
Full time over here. That's the moneymaker. Right
I will
here.
be here on this podcast
Moneymaker,
24/7.
Moneymaker.
Digging up old
Non-stop.
movies and other.
I promise you guys, one day this will be a full time job for all of us.
You will hear my breakdown of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and I will defend that movie.
Well, we're gonna
because
get
it's
into that. Your
criticized.
Temple of Doom.
Yes.
We'll get into that. Don't you worry. You should be shaking in your boots or in your hat and your whip. Okay, let's get into it. I don't remember barely anything in the show, so I had to do a little rerun again. it's more of like a flashback episode,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flashbacks.
So it's a
with-
character build of her and why she made these decisions.
Well, I think it's also because it's a whole relationship now between her and her father, right? Because in real time, they're not even talking.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there's got to be something there that
Yeah.
happened.
Like-
we know her. Both her mom and her brother have died.
Yeah.
We're not. They say the mother was. Well, there's a lot of suicides in this show.
Yeah.
To talk about, which we know that's not what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think they kind of make you lead that the father has. She says something like, "This is all your fault." When she's a little girl, like something happened, and they haven't led to it yet. That the dad's somehow responsible for deaths.
And her dad is a doctor
Yes.
in the rich people. So like she grew up in a posh family and then chose to go down to the lower levels to be an
Yeah.
engineer and fix stuff.
Which they kind of touch on in this one.
They do. Like
Yeah.
the last two episodes weren't without substance. It just, I think the first two were so good
Yeah.
that now these ones, which are still pretty good and interesting, but it's not, you started off with a bang and then now it's just kind of, it's not fizzling out. It's just, yeah.
So
They set the bar so high.
I watched everything back to back to back
Right.
because I was catching up.
So you watched all 4 episodes?
All 4 episodes
Wow.
together at the same sitting. It was a long sitting.
Yeah. Because
Um,
they're like an hour
Each
at
one's about an
least.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I did with my afternoon today. So everything's a bit of a blur for me
Mhm.
because it's all kind of melded into one. But the initial first 2 episodes, edge of the seat, full focus
Absolutely.
the entire time.
Yeah.
It brought in that aspect of mystery, especially the second episode
Yeah.
where you're learning that I can't remember the girl's name again. Rashida Jones, her character.
Yeah.
Where actually she did more things that you weren't aware of.
Yep.
She looked into more things, and so the sheriff's kind of uncovering it, and it's got the suspense, it's got the mystery behind it. That something dark and deeper is happening, that outside the outside world, as everyone's told, is poisonous. But then it actually looks like it's not poisonous. But
Yeah.
then they still die. So there's this whole mystery thing going on. But then as soon as you kind of, we're not done with that yet. I think they're building up for it.
Mhm.
But slows down a lot. The next most exciting point is repairing the geothermal
Generator thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
and I actually thought that part was pretty good. I don't know what you guys said about that yet.
I think we kind of said that we'd love we said exactly what you said about the first 2 episodes, and then the third one kind of slowed down a bit. But we were kind of hoping that the fourth one would pick back up.
Yeah.
Because the third one was
Yeah.
slow. But I mean, I think they're still throwing in little things, right? That's
Yeah.
what I still like about it, that they're throwing in little things like about the daughter and the father and stuff like that. So obviously they're going to build up. It just depends what they do with the rest of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you
the,
guys think
the,
about the
the
pacing?
first 2 episodes were like, oh, you have to watch this show.
Yeah.
And now with the next 2 episodes, it's kind of like, wait till it comes out. Or I don't know.
That's exactly what I did with people that were asking me what show should I watch next. So having watched the first 2 episodes, I'm like, diary of the mouth to everybody. Like, go watch this. Go
Yeah.
watch the first 2 episodes. You're gonna love it. This is gonna be a good show. And then now with episode 4 finished, I'm like, did I just recommend something that's not good? Like
I wouldn't say that it's not.
Well, I'm questioning
Good.
myself now with episode 4 because I was not happy with episode 4. It didn't do what I thought it needed to do.
Right.
It needed to get back into that level again from 1 and 2. The curiosity, the mysteriousness, the focus of 1 and 2 got me going, and I don't know, maybe for you guys it's the same or not, but it got me going because I wanted to know what's outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on here, right? And so far 3 and 4 have totally forgotten about that. They don't really want to talk about that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the show just would benefit from being bingeable. And I think it.
I mean, right now there is that handshake between with the other constable about you help me and I'll help you.
Yeah.
Yep. I did like
Right.
that they didn't drag that out of
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't trust you. Oh, maybe, but it was just like, I want to do this and I'll help you do this. All right. Sounds good. We got a deal. So it was very efficient with that.
Yeah, I think they could have done one thing, like you were saying, to pique our interest about the outside. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but when she walks into the calf and there's that guy sitting, Lucas, by himself,
Yeah.
and he's staring at the screen and he's writing something down.
Mhm.
And he didn't say anything. I think he's going to come back because
Yeah.
he's watching something. He's like looking at the stars or something, and maybe there's something different there. So if they had just like piqued our interest a little bit, if he had
Yeah.
said something like, "I'm noticing,"
Yeah, something about that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Kiwi says these bad people sound like all governments.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Well,
that's
it
the
is-
premise of the show.
Yeah. This is a government-run operation
It's
for sure.
yeah. The premise is essentially everyone's in this giant silo, and the rebels burnt all the history books, so now they don't know anything from the before times, and anything that was from before this big uprising that nobody really knows what happened, it's now contraband. So they're not allowed to look at books or art or it. Yeah, so it's very Big Brother,
Yeah.
George Orwellian type stuff.
yeah.
And I'll be honest, I
I agree.
Clip that. Clip that.
after the first 2 episodes, I wanted to know what's outside, what's going on.
Yeah.
Wasn't answered in the next 2, and I spent 4 hours watching them today, so I was a little impatient. So I tried to look for it online,
What's a book?
and I know I thought there'd be answers though, and then I used ChatGTP. I didn't get a very good answer. I'm still confused. I don't know what's out there. I looked around.
You use ChatGPT.
I did. I asked on like Silo book series because the whole TV show's not fully out yet. So I asked for the book series. Spoilers allowed. What's outside.
Look for a book summary.
It just said people die from toxic air, and I'm like, well, thanks. I kind of knew that. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are on the edge wanting to.
What
know
if
that
there's
as well.
nothing really out there?
But here's the interesting thing, though, right? We all want to know what's out there, but why the people that are in the silo, like that's all they know.
Yeah.
That's where they've grown up, right?
Yeah.
So are they really? Is everyone curious about out there?
No,
or-
I don't think anybody cares. They believe that whatever Kool-Aid they were given, they
Yeah.
believe in it and they drink it.
Right.
And I think maybe this show really isn't about outside. Maybe it's just about the inside.
It has to be.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like right now, we got two episodes added on, and there is no push like the first 2 to look beyond the silo.
No, there totally is. She's talking about how she got into the job, why she took the job, and it is all solely to figure out what is out there and what
She
what
is.
they're hiding.
What I'm saying is the rest of society doesn't want to be anywhere, doesn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, it's because they're brainwashed.
Well, no, the gentleman that shook her hand, he still doesn't care. He just wants to his part done.
Well, his
they
lover
both-
just was killed, so
both,
that's what.
they're both agreeing to help each other figure out who
Yeah.
killed, because she's still
Yeah.
trying to figure out who killed George, and he's trying to figure out who killed.
It's
the
all
mayor.
connected.
I think you guys both are right in terms of the focus of the show being inside and outside. I think the center of it is the inside. It's the this weird conspiracy that's going on.
Yeah.
This group that I don't know if it's the government or whatnot, but this group is concealing the truth of what's out there, and they're trying to control people inside, and it's all about that internal control. But then the other aspect of it is, in order to keep that control, we need them to stay inside, so we're lying about what's outside. So
Yeah.
I think there is something outside.
Well, don't get me wrong. I want to know about something. I was like, what if there's other silos, multiple silos?
I think it's just all going to be a experiment, and
Yeah.
then you're going to get some like lost stuff, and then a smog monster shows up.
Are you this is Fallout?
Well,
It's a
yeah.
Fallout game. It's an experiment to see if they can send people up to another planet.
Well, yeah. There was a bunch of vaults in the Fallout games that started before they were needed, and they were. I can't remember. There was a couple. I think it was in Fallout. I think it was Fallout 3 or 4. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But you go into one of the vaults. It's not a main storyline bit, and it was pretty much this story where it was just like, they kept them in there and were experimenting and doing tests on everyone that was in there and living before the nuclear fallout. And but they told everyone inside, oh yeah, the nukes, you can't go outside, everyone's dead. And they kept him in there, and then you go in there and everyone's dead, and you read all the logs, and you're just like, oh cool, they were experimented on, cool.
A little sidetrack, but did they ever send up a rocket into space in the Fallout series?
Yeah, you launch
Did
it.
they? When? I
Yeah,
don't
you
remember
launch
that.
it at the end of Fallout 3 with Three Dog. Ow!
Oh, okay. I thought they launched a nuke in that one.
Well, that's how it starts.
Oh.
But no, there's a I think it was Fallout 3 where like the last thing you launch something. Yeah, and then there's DLC where you get aliens
Oh yeah.
and you get laser guns.
Little sidetrack.
And then you get yeah.
Yeah, totally deviated from the show.
Well, it's similar.
No,
The
it's
show
a
is
vault.
taking a lot of stuff
I'm-
from.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they shouldn't have let the viewer know about outside so early. Like if they had just shown the silo and you get to know the characters and stuff like that in 2-3 episodes, and then by the
I think they had to do that because they were wondering if people are going to even pay attention to the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Stoke the curiosity now to get them at least to be watching it.
Mhm.
right,
Cuz I'm going to watch the whole season.
Like
there's
it's
still 6 more episodes.
Like
Yeah,
Like
totally.
if it started at
And
3,
hour-long episodes at that, too.
like if it started at episode 3, I probably would not watch this show.
No.
Right.
Would you?
No. Like the 3 and 4 aren't bad episodes.
No, not at all.
It's just they're not as engaging as the first
With
two.
a lot of, we have so much content now these days. 3 and 4 would not be enough to pique my interest of a new show.
Sure.
It'd be something like I'd be like, okay, it's okay. I'll get to it down the road when it's all done.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a week to week thing for me. 1 and 2 did that for me, where I'm like, okay, week to week thing here. This is really cool,
Yep.
right? So, yeah, I think that's why they went with that. You know, they wanted to hit the ground running to
Mhm.
pull in that audience.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think, and we discussed it at times. Is this bingeable? Would I prefer to binge this or watch this week by week? The best way of releasing, in my opinion, was what Netflix did with Stranger Things in
Yeah.
the latest season, where
Oh.
they had the majority of the season all released. I think all but 2
It was
episodes.
1 to 7 was released, and
Yeah.
then they waited 2 months to do 8 and 9.
Yeah,
And
that
they
built
had-
so
but
much
those
hype.
are long episodes.
Oh yeah,
They were
Yeah,
long.
they
They were
were
like
like-
a movie each.
Yeah.
And it built so much hype.
yeah.
You're left on this cliffhanger. You want to know what's next. And you're able to binge all the stuff if you want, or watch a couple episodes at a time.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
after a couple months, rather than another year or 2, usually
Yeah.
2 years,
Yeah.
you get a jump right into the next part. And I love that. I think more shows need to do something like that.
And it's Apple, so it's not like they have a track record of doing monthly or weekly content. So like I agree, like more streaming services should kind of take a more hybrid approach where I get why you do a week to week, because then it gives people a reason to pay you
Well,
to
they did
to
drop both
subscribe.
episodes together. 1 and 2 were dropped.
Oh, they
together.
did.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
1 and 2 was
Ah.
dropped together. That's what I'm saying. I think they knew that if they didn't do these 2 together
Yeah.
and have the storyline in the beginning like this, they would have not got that audience.
Yeah.
It just seems that's what they were trying to do. Let's get them in here now,
Well, then I
and
think
hopefully they stay for the ride.
then yeah, they should have done 1 and 2, and then everyone would have been like, whoa, and then like 2 weeks later put out 3 episodes that do like another arc,
Yeah.
because or I don't,
Shout out to Cowabunga, dude. What's up, buddy?
But I mean,
or maybe not. I
the
don't
other
know.
thing is, like, I didn't read the books. It's interesting to, like, it must be difficult to like break up the shows,
Yeah.
right? Where does it start? Where does it stop? This episode, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's it's the middle part of the book where it is just the character building and stuff like that, and it's like, well, we got to put this in here, so we have to drop these episodes now.
Mhm.
So, but they definitely, like, if episode 5 is like 4 and 3, then I don't know.
Yeah.
They've already lost, like you said, a lot of.
What was it?
audience.
9 episodes?
It's 10 in total.
10.
Oh.
Okay, so we're not halfway there yet. I mean, we're gonna be halfway this Friday.
Mhm.
We have to be a little bit more patient, I guess, right?
They actually dropped on Thursday, right?
Thursday nights, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Well,
Officially Friday, but
Mm.
Apple does what Amazon's been doing these days. They drop it European time.
Right.
So like 6 p.m. on a Thursday here, it's like midnight in Europe, right?
Well, I
They
think-
drop it that time.
I think like the last 2 episodes, they had a lot of backstory and kind of filling in lore and stuff, and they're doing it efficiently. Like, it is moving at a good pace,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not bored. I'm just wanting what I got in the first 2 episodes.
We
And-
haven't. We sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm just
it's
wanting
funny.
more of that.
We spend so much time right now talking about things related to it, things about it, but not actually the episode yet.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
right.
true.
That tells you something right there.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it just says that it wasn't that interesting, in my opinion. I don't know. I think you guys feel the same way, probably.
Yeah, they show some backstory
So,
about.
backstory about
yeah.
her, why she ended up down below there. What was the reason? She wanted to get away from her dad. She was
Yeah.
tired of her dad, right?
Well, she needed to preoccupy herself because she didn't want to keep thinking about her mother and her brother's death.
And the dad keeps
so
bringing
she
it up,
she was
yeah.
very handy. So she thought she
Yeah.
made that fake note.
She fixed a chair like you did.
Yeah, I know.
She did.
Tells you a lot about me. She made that note up to the
Yeah,
the
Forged. Yeah.
forged the
the
note
note,
to
yeah.
say she could work there. So I think that's what his main thing. She even said that, right? She
Yeah.
needs something to take her mind away from
Yeah.
it. So
What else happens in this episode? It was a blur for me, honestly.
Yeah, it's because it wasn't as exciting.
Yeah.
There's that. There was the agreement between the deputy and Juliet to kind of work together.
Yeah.
well, the deputy kind of went out on his own, right, to try to hunt down
Yeah.
people, to try to
Frankie.
Frank,
Yeah.
to try to whoever killed the mayor, which they also kind of think now was the mayor the target, right?
Or was it him?
Or
Yeah.
was it him?
Yeah.
Which you don't know because they drank out of each other's. They explain that then when you're hiking, you drink out of each other's.
I
pack.
never drink out of my wife's
Well,
cup.
no, he.
Well, now you don't. but
hers
that
had
could
a
be
leak.
I've
poison.
learned the lesson.
It's right.
Hers had a leak, so she drank his.
Right.
So his bottle was the one that was
Poison. So it
poisoned.
was someone after him because
Yeah.
then at the end of the episode, obviously he gets jumped by someone, and you're right. We don't know who this person is.
Yeah.
Here's the whole thing about that fight at the end. The guy who was in the room had his shotgun. Why wouldn't he just?
Yeah. If he's there to kill him.
He's gonna kill him. So obviously he's not there
Yeah.
to kill him.
Yeah. I think the end of that episode should have had a masked or hooded figure because it does this reveal of just like, cool.
Yeah.
And then it's like, credits. Aren't you surprised? And I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it was just like this shadowy figure, you'd have been like, ooh, intrigue. Oh, I'm excited. But then they're just like, look, it's Pete. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, no,
Pete. Oh, no.
By the way, are you guys happy with that ending? I hate that kind of ending. The
Like-
cliffhanger thing.
Oh.
I don't like that.
I like cliffhangers.
Depends.
But
Depends.
cliffhangers, they serve a purpose. They keep you interested and go, oh, tune in next week, same bat time, whatever.
You should never watch the film Limbo
Limbo. Okay.
because they do leave you in limbo at the end.
You know, actually, the worst show for
Is that a dad
cliffhangers.
joke that he just threw right now?
It's actually clip
Hey,
that.
that's on a Monday night here, Chris.
The worst show for
That was for
cliffhangers
D.
is Marco Polo. Have you guys ever seen that?
No.
On
Only the
Netflix.
polls.
On Netflix, Marco Polo. It's about Marco Polo.
You did that, Sean.
I did.
Oh, I don't have my headphones on.
But the problem is, second season, massive cliffhanger, huge cliffhanger, and then they cancel for the third.
Oh.
So there's
Oh.
no ending ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a kick in the
Yeah.
balls.
It can also kick you in the shows in the butt too because there was a show called Dead to Me with Christina Applegate.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
And at the end of every episode, there was something, and then you're waiting
Yeah.
for it every episode.
My wife was hooked on
Yeah,
that show.
but then it's like, how can you continue this? Like
Yeah.
at the last 30 seconds, and then this person was involved, and then it was just like nonstop.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
It was a pretty good show.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to talk about this thing?
Yeah, that's
Do we
about
just
it.
give our marks for it?
I think
Like,
we can
the
give our
title
marks.
the title of our show says it all. Is Silo still good?
And it's still pretty
And
good.
the jury's still out, I think.
It's still worth. Don't cancel your plans.
Yeah.
If you've seen the
If
two
you
first
have
two
dinner
episodes.
at Thursday, stick to the dinner on
Yeah, yeah,
Thursday. Watch the show again. I think I'm gonna give this show 2 more episodes.
Yeah.
I'm
Before I stop caring about it. Yeah.
like we're gonna dedicate ourselves for the end. We've done this before with Willow. This is not Willow, by the way. It's nowhere near. It's way better than Willow.
Yeah.
But we will be dedicated to watch this to the end.
What if they all get out and it is Willow outside?
Oh my God!
Then I'm glad that they all died.
Then-
when they
then-
first left.
Then our friend Cowabunga dude will never stop talking about it because he is forever known as our Willow friend. But yeah, I'm gonna give it till episode 6, and then I'm gonna really, if it's not good, if it's the same status quo, then I'm gonna really tune out. I'm just gonna be just like plateaued here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These two coming episodes need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Need to bring it. I'll be watching it tomorrow. So
Oh, yeah, next
Oh,
one comes
yeah.
out tomorrow. That's right.
Willow plot twist. Yeah, so I'll watch it and we'll definitely talk about it next week. Let's give our scores. I want to move on to awesome other topics we got. Unless you have something else to talk about.
I
I'm ready for a score.
I'm ready for a score too. You guys good?
All right. Who wants to go?
Nathan, score.
Nathan, give it away.
All right. So for episode 4, do you know what? It wasn't horrible.
No.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't as exciting as the last few. I'm considering this a build-up episode, so I'm going to give it
Yep.
a 7.
7. Okay.
That's I know it's decent.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
What was your score for the first 2 episodes?
First 2 9s,
Yeah.
both of them.
Second, third one?
8. I liked it. It wasn't
Yeah, because
bad.
you
It
weren't
was
here
still-
last week, so
I wasn't.
I think I gave it a 7.5. So did you.
I think
Yeah.
I was a 7.5 or yeah.
We were around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're pretty much on
and
par
I
with
also
us.
just came off from watching the first 2,
Yeah.
so I had already gotten all that excitement.
Yeah, I know how you feel,
Yeah.
man, because
Yeah.
I was really pumped.
Yeah. So I actually think at the time that's probably why I gave it a bit of a higher score than you guys, just because I've already just had all this action.
Sure.
And now, even though it's taken a step
I
down, it's still
watched the
exciting.
first 3 episodes together too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're 7. You said,
Yeah. So episode 4 is 7. Yep.
Chris?
I'm gonna go with 7 as well. Like we've all said, it's still a good show. I still think there's a lot of good. I think what's gonna happen in the next episode or the next episode, there's gonna be something that's gonna pull you back in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But you know, I still like it. It's kind of like, you know, I kind of expect to know when I'm watching it. I'm in that slow burn kind of, okay, I know it's gonna be a character that I know they're gonna jump back, and I like the fact that they showed, you know, the mom and the son and stuff like that. So there's still little things, and it's like I said last week, you know, there's like that guy sitting in the calf. There's something about him, and
Yeah.
even the note that he left her to say, put more flowers in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's little things there
Yep.
that I'm catching on that
Okay.
that
Justin?
I think will come back.
Yeah, I think I will also go like 7.5. Like it's still fine and
Which one is it? 7 or 7.5?
7.5.
So you're gonna stick to last week's.
Yeah,
Okay.
7.5. It's still good. Just the first 2 episodes were so good. Just
I know. I feel like I want to rewatch them.
yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Sure.
I thought it was going downhill and it's going down fast. I'm worried because like I said, I did mention this to a lot of people to watch it, and now I hope those people don't phone me. Please don't phone me. I apologize. Saying why am I watching this?
Flash your number.
Harass him.
But yeah, 6.5 for me. Next 2 episodes, they just better run it. Just ignore. I'm not gonna give him a time of day. He knows what he's doing.
All right.
Okay, 7.5 for you, 7,
Seven.
and 6.5 for me.
So it's an average of 7.
Yeah.
An average of 7, which is pretty much, I guess.
It's fine. The last
Yeah.
episode was fine.
All right, what's our next topic? Let's get into the after hours here. This is some good
So,
stuff. We got
Willow.
some cool stuff.
So, speaking of Willow,
Oh, are you serious? No,
Oh,
you're
I
joking.
heard about this.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You
Disney
about Willow?
pulled
Yes, yeah,
Willow
yes, yeah.
off of Disney Plus.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you serious?
It's
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, it's
they
gone.
took
Oh
it
my
off.
gosh, I'm gonna take a look.
Yeah. It was announced a
believe
couple
you.
days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, they pulled Willow off of Disney
How
Plus.
great is that show?
Wow.
And I started
never get to
hearing
see
about
it.
this
Oh,
because
you're lucky.
Did you actually not?
No, I never watched.
Where can you watch it now?
you can't.
Oh man, it's gonna become a cult.
Chris,
classic.
can I get you to pull up the Godzilla X Kong new Empire?
They're
teaser?
pulling it off.
Oh, they're pulling it off.
Yeah. So I
Okay, so you
think
can still watch it.
the Godzilla and Kong teaser. Do you mind pulling that up? I'm gonna pull it up. Actually, never mind. Sorry, I'll do that. 'Cause I have access to the stream rights here.
So, and the writers of the show, which apparently do exist, are taking to the internet to rant and rave about how insulting it is, which, I mean, valid. But yeah, so I think in July they're taking it down.
Wow.
or it's in a list of things getting axed, and a bunch of stuff that's on there is just stuff that's like whatever, nobody watches.
Willow
that's old.
creator John Kasdan says he's kind of into the show being removed from Disney Plus.
I'm kind of into it.
Oh my god.
I mean, how embarrassing is that?
Yeah.
You made the show in house.
Mm-hmm.
It has a following from the old movie.
Allegedly.
You had the ability to make a trilogy out of this thing if you wanted to, or 3 seasons,
Yeah.
and you're removing it out
Well,
in less than a year.
and it was a 1-2 punch too, because it was like, oh yeah, Willow officially has been canceled. The second season is not being renewed, and that was the headline, and I was like, all right. And then like 3 days later, it's just like Disney Plus is pulling it. Not only are they canceling it, they're just scrubbing it from there. They're like, no, we can save that money on bandwidth to host
so
it.
I've got mixed feelings about that.
Yeah, sure.
I
About
think
the
first
show?
about them removing it. First, I think it is hilarious. It is such a bad show. Like if you guys want to see
It
our
was so
discussion,
woke. It was so over the top nonsense.
It's just bad.
Writing, bad writing, all of it. Everything you could think of that makes a show bad was in this show.
Mm-hmm.
look at our review. It is up. We review the episodes. Usually the reviews are pretty quick unless we're just
The
completely trashing
acting
it.
was horrible. The CGI was horrible, except for the bad guys.
No. There were 3 points where they did cool stuff, and we talked about that at nauseum because we were just like, "That's a cool guy, and he was really cool." Oh, they took him away. Okay.
Do you remember too? They were gonna have like they hyped up this big fight scene a couple
Oh,
episodes in between like the bad guys and the good guys, and then the next episode, oh yeah, no, that already happened. Now they're running away.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, you completely missed out on that.
Yeah.
It was a giant tease of balls. But that's what it was.
So it is hilarious that they're removing it. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of is when I originally got Disney Plus, I didn't care that it was so much like a streaming platform. They come out with new shows that are exclusive here. Didn't really care about that. I wanted it because at the time it was just the vault's unlocked.
Yeah.
Every single
Yeah.
thing Disney
Yeah.
has ever made is on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not a huge fan of them removing things.
Yeah.
Because even the crap I like seeing on here. Because now it's supposed to
Or
be my big library.
Is it because they lost the rights?
Oh, do you think that could be it? They own Lucasfilm though.
They
so-
do.
No, they didn't lose it. This is Kathleen Kennedy's, by the way. Her
No, I know that,
decision
but
to
I'm
make
but
Willow.
I'm just thinking like,
You love her.
Imagine if they remove everything she's touched.
Imagine-
All the
I
Star
just
Wars
want them to
movies are
remove
her.
her. Forget everything she's touched. Just move her first.
This kind of sets a precedent, doesn't it? That means that Disney's okay with completely vetoing stuff now.
well, they've always done that.
I know, but stuff
But
that's
everything
so
every
new.
franchise they've touched so far
yeah, it's
under her
a
helm
year.
has been a dumpster fire.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Including Indiana Jones, which we'll get into that in
We'll
a
get
bit.
into that soon.
So think about that. Every single thing she's touched.
Yeah, the biggest thing is why.
Why is she not being fired? Somebody was saying on the internet that she must have some videos of some of these executives and board
It's
members.
not
Because
hard.
what else do you need to do to get fired from your position? Everything you've touched has been a disaster. How are you still able to keep your job? Right? It's just unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
People at Disney have been fired for way less.
Yeah, I have to be careful with what I say about what she could have done. She's a bigwig still.
I don't think it's what she's done. It's people saying what she has on some people.
Yeah.
She's just, it's just crazy.
Yeah, no, she has been a nightmare for just Lucasfilm.
They just need to let
Oh.
her go. I'm sure she's a lovely lady outside of work. I don't know her as a personality, so I can't say that, but she just can't do this job. She's just not a good decision maker.
There's a lot they're taking off Disney Plus. There's a whole list here. Like this is like 30
Anything
Shows,
good that's being
movies?
taken off?
World according to Jeff Goldblum.
I never.
I liked
I
that.
never.
Yeah.
cared
That
for
was
that.
good.
Turner and Hooch.
Yeah.
He annoys me, Jeff Goldberg.
No.
sometimes.
Turner and Hooch. It was the remake.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and these are a lot of Mighty Ducks is a remake. Like
Yeah.
The Mighty Ducks. My son.
the making of Willow.
No.
They should have kept
so
that
they're
alive.
gonna, wait, they're removing Mighty Ducks?
the new show.
Oh,
not
my
the,
son's gonna be devastated.
the Game Changers. It's called.
Ah, my son loves that show.
But I mean, yeah.
He watched that, and then he went and watched the old school one.
Diary of a
Yeah.
There's
Is
some
it-
Marvel stuff too, but I don't even know what these Marvel's
Marvel's-
Empower, Marvel's Project Hero, Marvel's Voices Rising. the
I have no
music.
idea what those are.
Artemis Fowl they're getting rid of too.
Yeah, that's not a good movie.
Yeah. The World According to Jeff. So you saw that one as well, right?
Yeah.
That one's not bad.
No, it's pretty good.
It's not like super informative. It's just Jeff Goldblum
Just
kind of exploring
Talking about
industry.
stuff.
I liked it because Jeff Goldblum's not a dick. He's a nice guy
Yeah.
to like everyone.
Yeah,
He's weird, but he's nice.
Yeah, he's eccentric and weird, but all it
Yeah.
was, it was just like Disney was like, hey, we're gonna get Jeff Goldblum to just talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Like, here's how the shoe places sell shoes, and you're like, I'll listen to that.
Yeah.
But it was one of the first things they put out.
It's one of the very
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
Disney
Yeah.
Plus exclusive things they did,
Yeah.
and I think it was maybe not the first, but also one of the first documentary style things that they
Yeah.
put out
Yeah,
on the platform.
for sure it was.
So that one kind of makes sense. Like, okay, we had our tester, everyone watched it. Like, yeah.
Wow, it's shocking, especially when you look at all the other stuff that they're cutting, stuff you've never heard of, or stuff that's just deserves to be cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like one or two things. It's like, wow, that I'm surprised.
But
But I
Netflix does that all the time too, where you're like, oh, they're taking that off.
Yeah,
And-
but it's
But
because
the
they don't
difference
own
is-
those.
Yes, that's what, what you
Oh.
said. Like, why is Disney taking stuff off? They own everything,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Like, what's the point?
Darth says that he's talking about Kathleen Kennedy. She reminds me of the students at our school. They are untouchable. They get away with murder.
Mhm.
Yeah. I honestly, I think she has something over some of these guys.
Maybe she's threatening to murder them.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
She's dug her heels in pretty deep.
I
Can't get
do
rid
want to
of her.
bring up the video that Kiwi keeps asking because I do want to showcase things that other
Oh.
people think of. We want to make sure that
the Godzilla.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring this up. It's a teaser. It's about 40 seconds long. And here it is. Audio on?
It's not just any war. It's something more dangerous.
Turn up the volume on the YouTube.
A war
No,
of
no.
titans. The repercussions of the battle of Godzilla and Kong have awakened something even more dangerous.
This is not it. That is not it.
This was
All
maybe-
right.
This is it. I believe. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why. There's so many fake ones.
Yeah, of course.
I hate when that
Here,
happens.
this is the one. IGN.
Empire.
There you go.
Okay. Andy Serkis.
Plays everybody.
Okay. That's it. Whoa.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I like the stuff. I love the King Kong movies.
So does that mean those two
I
are
just
dead?
want 'em.
'Cause
No.
The skulls are there.
No, they're gonna be
remember-
resurrected and
No,
It's a
no,
multiverse.
Be a
They,
zombie.
they
Yeah,
didn't die in the first place, though.
No.
They just went off. I'm pretty sure that they last a long time. They're gonna come back because their species died.
Giant monkey.
Giant monkeys.
That looks like an orangutan
Yeah, it did.
from the Jungle Book,
Oh my gosh.
right?
That would actually okay. I'd be down to watch that. That'd be pretty cool. It's just giant monkeys fighting. Because
That's
like
how we're gonna
Planet
say
of the
that.
Apes.
I don't actually care for Godzilla.
I
love
want to
King
know
Kong.
from Kiwi because he's the one that asked for this. I want to know from you, why are you so excited for this movie?
Is that a movie or is it? Because they also announced. Some
Or is
kind
it
of
a movie?
show. I thought they announced.
It was
some sort of
IGN.
show.
Is it a video
There
game?
are other dead yeah, there are.
There are other dead Godzillas
Yeah,
and Kongs.
He's right because
It's
remember we
multiverse.
learned that remember we learned that multiverse.
Yeah.
We got into the Spider-Verse, we got in quantum
Into the
verse.
Kong.
Wait, hold on.
Omniverse.
When did we learn about multiverse and
So-
Godzilla?
Not a multiverse, but we do learn in the last Godzilla.
Yeah, they went
versus
down to
Kong.
that cavern.
We learned that there was a lot of them before, like in ancient times, that there were many giant monkey people.
Oh, I did not get
They're-
that from that movie at all.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. They went to the cave and they found a
That's-
throne. No,
yeah.
all right.
No,
I was always like, how are trees growing down in the middle of the earth? But anyways,
it's like the center Earth theory.
Okay.
You guys have heard that?
Yeah,
theory,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hollow
Yeah.
Earth. Yeah.
My favorite version of that is Journey to the Center of the Earth with Brendan Fraser. Great movie
Wait.
if you haven't watched it.
Brendan Fraser, he's also in. Oh, never mind. That's a different.
He
movie.
did that one, and
How
then they
about
did Journey
Monkeyverse.
Monkeyverse. That's what this is called, right?
Oh,
I
man.
mean,
Yeah.
it's the.
So Kiwi says, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. Kudos to you. I've seen over 10 Godzilla movies and can name all the kaijus in the movie.
Hell yeah.
So this is a
Respect
hardcore
for that.
fan, and you could tell by his emoji there.
Yeah.
Sorry, not emoji, his profile picture. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, listen, if you love Godzilla, I know there's a huge following for Godzilla. In fact, I found out that Godzilla figures are some of the most sought after figures.
Really?
They've got figures from the 70s that people will pay thousands of dollars for. It is a big collectible world there. A lot of Japanese people love it, obviously, because it's cultured in Japan. But there's a lot of people in America that collect Godzillas, and the older ones are fetching quite a bit of penny.
Even some of the new ones, they've got a fair amount
Like,
of
I don't
detail I
collect
didn't
them.
expect.
But as a collector, I see what other people collect, and then I'm like, oh, that's pretty crazy. I didn't see that, right?
Yeah.
Like
Do
some
they
of
have
them worth
butterfly
thousands.
joints?
Some of them worth like thousands of dollars.
Do they have butterfly joints?
The tail does. But I mean, I'll be honest with you. In my opinion, although they are fun to watch in the theater with a bag of popcorn, I don't know if they're that good. I don't. The last one to me wasn't that great.
They're just
It was not bad.
monster mayhem movies.
Yeah.
I think there's a classicness to them that can be appreciated. They're not movies that have to be like really good plot. It's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
Something
no, I agree with
in
you.
the
yeah.
summer, big summer blockbuster. You grab a bucket of popcorn, grab a drink, you head out with a friend or two,
Yeah.
and you get to watch it. It's just so
Yeah,
much fun doing
It's
that.
like I don't want to think about this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to think.
Big lizard, big monkey
should
punch each
just
other.
You
You're
should
like, "Alright,
Cover
done."
your ears a little bit.
Yeah.
As we get older, we lose our hearing. The louder things get, right?
Yeah.
We have to worry about that.
I always
instead.
think about how do these people live in these cities afterwards? They just trash
It's like
everywhere they
rubbles, right? Yeah, no. There's a company that sells Godzilla figures for at least $100 brand new. Yeah, there's a bunch of companies that've got the license
pretty cheap,
of
too.
lost licenses as well.
I've seen figures brand new that are far more expensive than $100.
Yeah.
For
No,
for
some Godzilla figures out of the box will fetch you $400 or $500 easy US.
My favorite Simpsons episode is when they're coming back from Japan and there's like turbulence and then there's Godzilla. And we got a bit of Godzilla and kaiju. And we got to get through.
Simpsons, they have everything. True story. Today, I actually to go pick a package up from the border. I got an email saying I have a package there, so I got excited. I'm like, what could it be today, right? Because sometimes I order stuff that I don't even know what's coming there. So I get there and I open the mailbox and the package is like this big, and I'm like, what? And it's like a letter, right? I'm like, what in the world is this? I open it up. It's from Super 7. They are giving me Moe's apron because they forgot to put in the package.
That's hilarious.
I was like, wow. Yeah,
How long ago did you get that?
Well, when did you film that?
Oh, that was like.
By the way, if you haven't checked out his filming of the Simpsons stuff, it is awesome.
That was at least a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Moe's apron was supposed to be in the package and they forgot it. They shipped it
Did
out.
you guys email them and let them know?
No, I didn't say anything.
They just noticed.
They
that
just
was
sent it
there.
out.
That's
Dear
nice of them.
customer, we forgot the apron in there. Here it is.
But I don't even remember seeing that on the box either. Like,
Yeah, I
remember.
don't.
Hmm.
I remember. And I was like, all right. In one way, I was happy they gave it to me. The other one, I'm like, I drove all the way down here to the states to this. For like, who cares?
Apron
Moe's
this
apron.
big.
The funny thing is, they had sent me one at home as well because I bought 2 Moe's.
Oh.
So they sent one at home because I bought one through a Canadian outlet,
Oh.
and I bought one from the U.S. outlet just to make sure which I'll get something right earlier.
So it's just their supplier
Yeah.
couldn't make it in time, so then they sent them out to
the
everyone.
one that I got at home came out like over a month ago to my house.
Wow.
Somebody got fired over that. Like the apron wasn't in the box. Are you kidding? Do you know how much it's going to cost? We now have to send out 5,000 aprons. You're
Like,
fired.
Track down everybody that
Yeah,
bought it. As
you
well, right?
you make the Excel
the
Excel
Excel.
spreadsheet right now with all the addresses we need to send this pissing little apron to, and then pack your shit and go home.
Cowbungadoo says, when I was a kid, my Godzilla and Kong toys lived in a sandbox with my Tonka toys. I think a lot of kids. Like, I remember playing with Godzilla when I was a kid. I didn't have them, but I had a cousin that had them. I would play with them with Transformers.
Yep.
Just mash them up. Godzilla was an icon.
My
Still is.
My oldest son has every Godzilla. He's got them all.
Did you ever check the prices?
No.
You might be
College
sitting on a
tuition.
college fund. Yeah.
It was like college tuition.
Here, son, I'm taking away your toys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for your future.
I'll be
with
right
this.
back.
Yeah. I'll just do it in the middle of the night when he's asleep.
Kiwi says Godzilla, Mothra, Rondon, and Gamera were in the Simpsons episode.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This is a fan.
Yeah.
This is a fan right here.
Kamara was there.
I want you to watch
Godzilla
Godzilla, and I want you
cartoons,
when the new show or movie, whatever it is, comes out. I want you to let us know what you think of it, and then we will actually go and watch it and review it as well. That'll be pretty cool, I think.
I would definitely be down for that.
Yeah. What else we got in the pipes here?
Well,
Okay.
well. We're gonna go quickly onto one of my favorite topics, Indiana Jones. We've got news
I'll be
about
right back
Indiana
into the
Jones.
washroom, no shit.
Alvin's running away from me because he doesn't want to hear the truth about it.
That is tight right there. Oh my God. Are you nervous or what?
So, for those of you who don't know, Indiana Jones has had their initial screening. And we've got 38 reviews.
What does Rotten Tomatoes say?
38
I'm pulling it
reviews
up
on
right
Rotten
now. I am pulling it up
now,
right
it is
now.
50% on the dot.
Ooh.
So it is
okay.
certified rotten.
Ooh, that's a kick in the pills.
Now, I'll go over this a little bit with you before I explain how I'm feeling about this. There's still plenty of reviews that were good, and there's also obviously an equal amount that were bad. From briefly going over the reviews the other day, it seems like most people have got issues with the story not being very original. It just seems like they're playing up what fans like. They're trying to do the safe story, the safe bet.
Right.
So
And The Force Awakens is happening to it.
yeah, that's what I said as well. It seems like they're doing that. Now,
Yeah.
careful if you guys don't want to. I'm not going to really spoil anything, but
Is there a big boulder?
no.
It's a bigger boulder. Yeah.
So there it is.
Yeah. So it's 50%.
50%.
The biggest
Nathan,
issue is originality.
this is
I'm not
supposed to be
concerned
the
though.
swan song.
I'm not
But this
too
is also
concerned yet.
Rotten Tomatoes who
This is Rotten Tomato
Yeah.
critics. They are usually opposite of the audience score.
Yeah, so if they're opposite, it's going to be 50%.
So opposite for this would also be 50. But
we love math.
we don't know
Wait,
exactly.
let me check that.
We don't know quite what it's going to be yet.
right.
From what they've said, it's not going to be super original. They're playing up for fans, and that's why it's been given a low score. Maybe the audience were going to really like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Maybe
I'm
it's
not
like
going
a
to
swan
hate.
song or like
Yeah.
a...
I'm not going to hate if they do something like The Force Awakens because this is supposed to be the send off. We know that it's easy to screw up an indie movie from the last one.
Yep.
So if they want to play it safer and have a good send off, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Now, when you compare that to, let's start doing a brief comparison to the other Rotten Tomatoes reviews.
Okay.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, obviously, that's one of the best adventure movies of
You
all
want me to
time.
pull that up?
If you want, I've got it in front of me as well.
Okay, well, I'll
But-
pull it up. What is it again?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
Stop. I'll continue though. It's got a 93% on Rotten by the critics, 93%, which is massive, and then 96 for the audience score, with over 250,000 reviews by the audience. It is obviously a fantastic movie, despite the big plot hole that that we're aware of, which will not be named.
So this is 93. The other one that we just saw is 50. What are you going at here? I don't
So
understand.
this one is an exception, but
Yeah, it's a pretty big exception.
It is. But when you look at other movies, there's usually a bit of difference with Rotten Tomatoes. The indie movies generally people agree that they're all good.
Yeah.
So we'll go through them all really quickly, the indie reviews for the other movies. But Rotten Tomatoes usually there's big difference with these being.
Oh,
exceptions.
like between critics and
yeah.
audience
So
scores?
that's why
Yeah.
I'm not too panicked.
Right.
But if we look at like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, critics gave it a 76, audience gave it 82. Again, it's not that big, but there's still they're 80%, 70%. There's
Yeah.
a bit of a difference there. And a quick little tangent. People always say that Temple of Doom is racist because they've got the Indians in it eating bugs. It's not racist. They're trying to show that the people in that temple, there's something wrong with the temple. They're all working for the priest there, who as we know is the priest for Kali Ma.
Yeah. Kali.
By the way, that actor who plays that priest, he's one of the biggest actors in Hollywood in that era.
Really?
He's made over 100 movies.
What's his name?
In Bollywood. Don't know, but when I saw his face, I instantly
big?
recognized him. He's an iconic villain in the Bollywood scene. Made multiple movies.
Nice.
He made his life as a villain.
Yeah.
So many movies. So yeah, he's pretty popular. Like my parents, they would pick him up. Like, yeah, I know that guy.
I can see him. It's him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a really good job. I didn't pull up The Last Crusade.
Amirish Peru. Is that
There you
him?
go.
That's him.
But yeah, he's a very, very iconic 80s and 70s actor from Bollywood. He's probably done over 100 movies, easy.
So that was like the most low, or
That was
That was probably a breakthrough for him.
well,
the breakthrough. But in terms of scores,
no,
that-
I was gonna say that was probably, as far as like Bollywood villain actors, like
Well, they're
that
like,
was
hey,
probably the least
I'm
like
sure
athletic.
Harrison and the director's like, let's find a villain really good in Bollywood, and he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
probably
yeah.
at that time. I would think he's probably at the top of
Yeah.
the list.
So here's the point that I want to make about being careful with the critics. That was 76. That's the second indie movie. 76% from Rotten Tomatoes for the critics. Do you
I like how
guys?
you say tomatoes?
Tomatoes.
One side of my family is Australian.
So one side of your sentence goes Australian, the other side.
no, most of my accent is Canadian with a couple words that aren't.
Tomatoes.
What?
Water.
Gosh, you throw me off now. What do you guys think? Without looking it up, what do you guys think? Well, you might have seen it on my screen.
I did.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. What's the score that they gave that? The critics.
60.
70s.
77.
Way.
What?
Critics said that Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was better than Temple of Doom, despite the major issues with it and there's always a bit of cheesiness with these films, but that's
Yeah.
okay. But swinging from vine to vine because you're watching monkeys do it is just silly.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And the
77.
And then the audience score you see is a bit more realistic.
yeah.
I didn't mind this movie.
No.
It wasn't horrible.
It was
the ending was horrible, but the rest
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the movie's not bad.
Yeah, the fridge was dumb,
Yeah.
but like the whole movie was fun.
It
I remember
wasn't
I saw it in
horrible.
theater.
I don't think it's 53%.
No.
I'm just trying to show that there's a difference. I think it's more in the 60
Yeah, like
range.
mid
I would give it around the 60s.
mid to
yeah.
high 60s.
It didn't really blow me out of the water, but it didn't bore me either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
It was
60s.
fun.
the worst of the indie movies.
I
we've
would
received
agree
so
with that
far.
Sure.
too.
Yeah.
I would agree with
for
that
sure.
too.
For sure.
Those indie movies are iconic. I don't.
It was the worst of some of the most fun adventure movies you could
So,
have.
true
For-
story.
Sorry, I was just gonna
No, no,
say.
yeah,
for,
go ahead.
For
Yeah.
the new indie, my only hope is that it's better than Crystal Skull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be better than the first three. It's like watching another Star Wars. You're never
Yeah.
gonna be better than the first three originals.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But I also know what I'm getting, and I know what to expect. And it's just like, you know what? You're back in that world. It's Indiana Jones. Like, let's just have some fun.
Yep.
You know. So that's all.
True story. I never got to see the ending of Raiders of the Lost Ark. 5 times I watched that movie as a kid, and I never got to the ending.
Fall asleep?
Your parents
I
turned
either
it
fell
off.
asleep, my parents turned it off, or I had to go somewhere. I could never finish it. It took I don't know how many years to finally go sit down one day. I actually bought the box set, the Indiana Jones box set. It's somewhere. It's got the leather casing on it, all that stuff. It's somewhere in my garage. You can have it, Nathan. His eyes lit up. He's like, what?
What point did you stop? What point did you get bored?
No. I couldn't finish it. 'cause
I know, but like when did
It wasn't
you fall
boredom.
asleep?
I was either a kid, I fell asleep, or my parents turned it off, go do your homework, or I had to go somewhere for dinner. Because back then, it's on
Oh, yeah.
TV.
So just
right?
situational.
So either you watch it through, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have VHS tapes, stuff like that. So when I got a bit older, I bought the box set when it came out, that special edition
enough.
box set.
Fair enough.
And that was the first time I actually got to watch it through, all the way through. And it really annoyed me as a kid because I really loved the movie, right? When I was watching, I'm like, this is so amazing. This is adventure at its best, right? The Temple of Doom, the whole Kali Ma thing, like, it was so awesome, but I never got to finish it.
Yeah.
So finally I got to finish it, and it still holds up as some of the best adventure movies you've ever seen in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it is just top notch, well written, acted, everything, right? It just it's so good. you know, like nowadays, oh, it's so manly and macho and all that. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's what it was. It had to be that way. It's an
Who
adventure.
complains about
But,
you know?
but it wasn't compared to like
It's
Schwarzenegger.
not Rambo.
films.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
It's
it
not a
wasn't over the
Rambo
top,
film.
crazy
He's a
kind
guy
of
like,
thing.
you
He's
know,
a doctor.
pulls a
He's a
sword and he
researcher.
shoots the guy. Like,
Yeah.
But
you know,
long-
Stallone or Schwarzenegger would like come after him. And
Yeah,
fought
yeah.
him.
Although I
Right.
love the reason behind that. There was supposed to be a big fight scene.
But he's just
Yeah,
tired.
and he got sick
Oh
from
yeah.
the food.
Yeah.
He got very sick. He's like, I can't do the full fight scene. She's like, okay, fine, you can just shoot him.
Yeah.
And I can't remember.
But
the-
it became iconic.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
some guy on the internet, can't remember his name, but his uncle was the swordsman.
Yeah.
And he talked about how he trained for hours every day. He was like he was really into his whole scene.
Yeah,
And he was devastated when they cut it to him
Yeah.
just getting shot.
that's great.
But yeah, it's classic.
But writing on the wall right now, every critic has said the same thing pretty much. They're saying that this is a shelved indie. He's put to the side. The female
Well, yeah, he's like
lead
80.
is the main focus here. They all are saying the same similar to remark that he's just a old man put to the side. He's just been outdone by her in every aspect. And this reeks of Kathleen Kennedy because that's what she wants all the time.
Well, they tried to do that with Crystal Skull.
Yeah, with
That was the point.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf
yeah.
was supposed to take the reins, and then everyone's just like, Shia
The hat
LaBeouf.
at the end,
Yeah.
he's gonna put it on, and he just grabs it.
Yeah, and then that not flopped, but everyone was like, "No, they're not putting Shia LaBeouf. Sure, he's got a cool motorcycle, but that's about it."
You're not
No-
putting the "just do it" guy.
Well,
as
no.
the head of adventure.
That happened after,
yeah.
so he was even Stevens, and I think had a couple memes, but I don't think the "just do it" thing had
No,
happened
you're
yet,
right.
so he hadn't blown up, and then he became a big deal and people started respecting him because of all the amazing work he did. And so then I think Crystal Skull will probably
Wolf.
have a Phantom Menace type reawakening where I think
yeah.
people will rewatch it because this movie's coming out and be like, actually, no, it was pretty good. You know, there's a couple lame parts, but I think people will appreciate it more.
Yeah. And I do get the whole point of Aliens, it being kind of like a 1950s-ish
Yeah.
sort of thing. And Aliens kind of are associated with, that time period
Yeah.
with the flying
Yeah.
saucers and Area 51. But
Yeah.
it just felt a little bit too much
Sure.
at the time for me. I would have preferred it to be some sort of mystical god or something that we don't actually know about. 'Cause I think that's the core of Indiana Jones, is there's something behind it,
Yeah.
but we don't always
Some
always
supernatural.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know,
Yeah.
like, is this actually, like, is this actually the, was it the Ark of,
Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah.
Or is this actually the Holy Grail? Or is this just some sort of special magical object?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
what
just
is
like
this?
really good traps or something.
Yeah,
Or, yeah.
we don't know,
Mhm.
and that's kind of the fun part about it, because Indy is a skeptic all
Yeah.
the time. Every single thing he goes through, he remains skeptical,
Yeah.
which is a lot of
Well,
fun.
I mean, the famous line in Raiders of the Lost Ark is like, when he says, "How are you gonna?" I forget the other guy's name, but how are you gonna get the Ark now? And he's like, "I don't know. I'm making this up as I go."
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is great. But and so this movie, because they always Raiders of the Lost Ark was like 40s, 30s.
Yeah. Well, it was still
30s,
Nazis.
Eh,
so-
30s, late 30s with Nazis, because
Yeah.
they were around
Right.
then.
And then, but so Nazis were also in The Last Crusade
Mhm.
as well.
yeah.
So but they still do jump ahead. So I'm just wondering how much like
Space
Crystal-
Nazis.
Yeah. Well, Crystal Skull was Russians,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right? And that was supposed to be in the 70s or 60s still. We're still in the 60s there, or no, I guess it's even the 50s. like you're saying.
well, the first one I actually, sorry, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I think was actually in the 60s, but let me confirm that.
No, I'm just wondering what the time period is of this one.
Mm.
And is the Dial of Destiny? Does that mean like time travel or something?
Yeah.
It
so
is.
it's
Oh,
time-
wait, are we gonna talk about the spoiler?
It's
Is
not
that a spoiler?
It's,
Okay,
It's
yeah.
the name of the damn movie.
Yeah.
It is. There's time traveling involved, and I said that to you. Remember, I said a
You
while
mentioned
back.
it. Yeah, I did get that.
There was
confirmed by
leaks of
someone
it
that
out
watched
there,
it.
and-
Okay.
And-
It does make sense. Like if that's what the thing is called, like what
Yeah.
else is it gonna do?
You said there's about, or I don't want to say all the details actually, but there is time travel.
Yeah.
1957, sorry, late 50s.
When I saw her, whatever her name is, Phoebe, she's from that show
Walter
Fleet.
Cates, yeah.
I knew right away. I'm like, this is gonna be. They're gonna transition from him to her, and it doesn't work. Why does it not work? Because the name is called Indiana Jones. It's about him, and should always be about him.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf should have never been the one to take over the reins. It neither should she. It should just be about him, and the story with him. If you want to start a new adventure story, you do a nut. Take a look at Naughty Dog. They made a game that is similar to Indiana Jones, but nobody compares it to that much because they're vastly different. But they're both adventurous games, solving problems and finding your place. Going to these different
snarky
landscapes.
Lara Croft.
Yeah, Lara Croft is another example. Like you can make your own storylines.
They did.
Do you
but
know
they
you
were
should
bad.
look up quickly on YouTube? Look up Indiana Jones animation. It's a quick little clip of a proposed, not real, but like what could be an Indiana Jones TV show. A little quick animation, and I think it would be a great idea. You can have a voice actor that sounds like Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah, you
have
can
the
go that
animation
route.
go-
Yeah,
it's
if
the
you
top
want to
one
keep
there,
the
okay.
legacy going, then go that route.
Yeah.
But I think when you mix in my great granddaughter or my cousin or this is going to take over the reins, it doesn't work. Nobody
It's
cares.
not indie. It's
Yeah,
not Harrison Ford.
Exactly. It doesn't work.
Well, they did have a live action series, remember, for a while.
They
Yeah.
did the Young Chronicles
Yes.
of Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
or the Chronicles of Young Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
I've
so
watched
they
that. That's good.
basically dialed back time.
That's technically not canon anymore.
And then, that would work because it's a younger version. It's like Solo.
And
Yeah.
you know, there was an
Right?
episode where Harrison Ford actually showed up.
Oh, yeah?
But he was playing himself, like as Indy, and he had a beard and all that. And it was a little chase scene too at the very start. And at first I'm like, wow, this is so cool. It's Indy with some random guy I don't know. They're being chased. They're in the States. Someone's shooting at them. But then it got really cheesy at the end, and he managed to defeat the bad guys by playing the saxophone and causing like a bit of snow to collapse on them. So, yeah, it was cheesy. But
That's amazing.
Darth says, indie franchise never and still hasn't caught my attention. Oh, man.
They're pretty good.
They're great, man. I would definitely check out.
If you want to see Han Solo in a different vest,
It's a good adventure. I definitely think you should check them out. They are dated, but still, it's the adventure in that movie that makes it fun.
Yeah.
Everything is over the top.
it's like National
cheesy.
Treasure, but
Guy's got a whip, another guy's got a machine gun, and he still wins. You're not watching this movie for, the technical aspect of what a war should be like, or a battle should be like, or
No.
a fight should be like. You're watching it because it's got some great storylines, and it's good acting, good adventure,
Yeah,
old
it's
school type of
fun
movie
adventure.
filming, where
Yeah.
there's not a CGI, it's live. They're running. There's a horse, and it's an actual horse,
Yeah.
not some CGI, right? So, and then you also had the father, gentleman,
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, fantastic actor in his own right. So imagine that. You have Sean Connery, who's like a massive legend in Hollywood. Then you have Harrison Ford, who's another legend, and then you put them in a movie together. It's going to be good. I would definitely check it out.
you're dead to me, Garth.
He doesn't mean that. But yeah, no, it's just, I don't know. This movie is going to be bad. I'm sorry, Nathan. It's going to be bad.
I'm gonna hold my judgment, but
I will not. I will watch it and I will destroy it. I know this movie's going to be
hey,
bad.
if it's really bad, I'll destroy it with you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna wait because I just went to school for like 6 years based off of these films. I can't go in
She
thinking I'm gonna be
annoys me
disappointed.
too. I don't like her as an actress.
who's
Personally, I don't know, of course, but
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I just don't like her.
What
She's
was
a,
she-
she's trying to be a
show called Fleabag.
she's a British comedian also, right? Or
Yeah.
sort of like
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
No,
not
sorry.
really into
I
her as an
haven't seen
actress.
much by her.
People love her show Fleabag. I tried watching it and I was like, this is annoying. No,
I've-
not watching
I-
this.
pull up a
She
picture of
breaks the fourth wall in that
Yeah.
show. She's always talking to the camera.
The wall needs to
The
fall
name-
on her.
Do you know what's funny? I never watched Indiana Jones. Well, I didn't watch Indiana Jones for the longest time until after I had ridden the ride at Disneyland.
It's pretty sad, Nathan.
Well, it's just I didn't
Here
watch
I
it until
thought
on
this
TV.
guy was,
then.
born with a whip and a hat.
No,
You know?
Hey, did you guys know this?
He
Sorry.
grabbed his water
that
bottle. Or
Phoebe
milk
Waller-Bridge
bottle.
is in Star Wars.
Yeah, she
yeah.
she was a robot in Solo.
Yeah.
Oh,
she was Lando's.
Yeah, Lando's love
yeah.
interest.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
tells
did-
you everything right there.
I didn't
Okay,
like.
I know her.
I didn't like the
remember.
robot in that either. I get the whole point of it, but I thought it was just weird having that weird relationship thing.
Yeah, it was weird.
And some of the lines were like the robot, like
Uprising.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah, it was
That's-
a little shoehorned. Yep.
that's not really something in Star Wars that's there of droids complaining about station.
Yeah.
Like, there's not really like a whole civil rights movement in Star Wars because there's like slavery everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't do well, right? So there you go.
Well,
yeah.
it's
Half.
pity.
Yeah, we definitely. Yeah.
The movie's not a bad movie.
Half of that movie is really good.
Yeah.
Half of that movie is phenomenal.
I do think that they rushed into giving all of Solo's
Angel's
backstory.
baby mama ducks.
Yeah. Yeah. His little motherboard.
It's like, have any of you guys watched? I'm sure you have the Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
Probably.
I lost track.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I
They're all blurring in together now.
I know that's the one with like the Spanish captain.
My wife was in
They're-
love with Jack Sparrow. I swear to God, I was dragged to every one of these movies.
That movie, they show his backstory, how he became captain, how he got everything, how he got a ship. In one scene, his whole character is created. His name, his
Oh,
tattoo,
yeah.
everything. And I was just so disappointed
And
by
you're
that.
like, oh, this sucks now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hollywood does that too much, where they're
Yeah.
trying to come up with this character's backstory, and they're like, instead of like playing this out over a couple movies or just dropping hints or leaving that up to people's imagination, let's put it all in one scene.
Yeah.
Let's just give it all at once because they're not smart enough to realize that it's all connected.
Qui-Gon Master, what are metachlorians?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Darth, do you watch adventure movies at all?
It's also never caught my attention. I don't
What
think
are
I've
you
seen
first,
it
doing?
the
before.
first three are good.
Yeah, I would say first two.
Well, no,
Three got a little
Davy
weird for
Jones
me.
is the third one, right?
Second one.
Yeah,
was,
that's when Orlando, like I think. Oh well, I don't
So,
gonna spoil it for
First
anybody.
one is the best.
Yeah,
You-
yeah.
You're right. First one is by far the best.
Oh yeah,
First one's phenomenal.
Second
Second one's
one-
really
Versus the
good.
Black
second one was
good.
pretty
Oh, the
good.
Black Pearl's really good. Yeah, yeah.
That was good. But the third one was
Which one's the third one?
Davy.
It was good. So was the second one.
Yeah, no, I'm
It
saying the
was the
first
two.
two were the best.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
first
the-
two were the
It
what's
best.
the
started
third
going
one
downhill
called?
on the third one.
So
I'll-
second one's Dead
put
Man's
it up
Chest,
now.
I think. Or no. That
So
I'll
I'm
pull that
trying
up.
to find it too.
It's like a part one, part two, isn't it?
it is. It's like
Yeah,
part
yeah,
one,
yeah.
part two for.
Because he dies in the
So it's
second one.
Pirates
or
of the
whatever.
Caribbean and then Pirates of the Caribbean and Pirates of the Caribbean. You have to click on them. This
It's Dead Man's Chest is the second,
Second one,
and
right.
then At World's End
At
is the
World's
third.
End.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Okay.
one I checked out.
That one was good.
It was good. It wasn't as good as the second, but it was still a
was
good
fun.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meh.
And then
Stranger Tides.
I don't remember them.
I don't remember.
Yeah, this is
that.
where it all becomes a blur.
Stranger
Yeah.
Tides was arguably the
Dead
worst.
Man's Tell No.
Actually, sorry,
Dead
no.
Men Tell No. Blah blah blah. Tales of
And
yeah
Tales.
Code yeah. Just
Yeah.
the first two is the best.
First
Gar-
two,
Gar-
maybe the
just
third
go
if
watch
you're
the
in
first two.
Do you
You'll-
get-
You'll have a good time.
My quick take on why they've gotten worse is Jack Sparrow used to be this clever but kind of drunk character.
Yeah.
So he would make plans, and it was clear that when something happened that was creative and kind of wild, this was his plan. It was his getaway.
Yeah.
But as the movies progress and you get to the fourth and fifth,
Started getting more
yeah,
responsibility.
It's well, no, it's he's no longer creating these fun plans. It's just I'm drunk and I'm stumbling around and I happen to escape.
Yeah, he's a bumbling buffoon.
Right.
They
Yeah.
remove that subtle like intelligence part
Yeah,
that actually
exactly,
makes
yeah.
him a good character, and now he's just some dumb idiot.
Yeah.
Now it's just comedic relief.
Yeah,
No.
no. After when the third one came out at World's End, I checked out. I'm like, nope, it's too weird because I believe the character, one of the main characters, dies. Right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's,
We're not gonna talk about it because Darth might watch it.
yeah, he does, but he does. Oh, he's got to call it a night.
Well, yeah. Then they go to Davy Jones.
Terminator franchise was great, yes, but I want you to watch the other two. Watch
Definitely
them,
watch
please.
Indiana Jones.
Everything's coming
watch
alive
it.
in the
Watch
museum.
Indiana
Darth has to
Jones,
take care
and
of
then
it.
watch first two Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's your homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Let us know. Take two of those a night. And give us a call.
I want to rewatch Terminator. That was
Terminator
excuse
2.
me.
Yep.
Terminator
One was all right,
One was good. I liked it.
but 2 is better.
2 is better.
Yeah.
But there's a
Rarely do
reason
we
for
ever
that.
see a sequel surpass the first one. That is one of them.
Predator
Aliens?
2, Aliens, Predator 2.
Not a huge
Oh,
fan
Predator
of
1 was
Alien.
better than Predator 2.
Dude, Predator 2, Danny Glover.
No. Are you
Just-
telling me that Arnold was outshined by Danny?
Yeah, no.
No way.
Predator 1, I agree.
It's not bad, but
I-
it's nowhere near Predator 1.
chopper.
Yeah, yeah, no,
You can't
yeah.
beat
In
that.
When he's on that tree,
Oh, and then the-
underneath that tree,
Yeah.
and you just see his eyes open up all of a sudden.
Yep.
It's
That was
great.
insane.
It was the first time you actually ever saw Schwarzenegger scared. was Predator.
Oh yeah,
All the
that's-
other
that's a good
movies,
show.
he was just always kicked ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
that's
the first time
true.
you ever saw him
Yeah.
scared.
What is that whining?
Lethal Weapon 2.
Someone's
Someone
vacuuming,
vacuuming?
I think.
Hmm.
Hopefully you guys can't hear that.
Yeah, if you hear that whining
Hopefully
noise,
they don't come in here.
Yeah.
Around.
I think it's outside.
Try and keep
The
a very
streets are
clean
getting clean.
studio.
These mean streets of Richmond
Yeah.
are getting clean.
Don't tell them where we are.
Yeah, you're gonna get doxxed.
Richmond, Virginia.
They're gonna be at the door.
Take me home.
I once tried calling a taxi when I was younger. Like, I didn't have a car or anything, and I looked up Richmond taxi service, and I was like
Mac.
telling them the street I was at. Turns out it was I was calling Richmond, Virginia, and they're like,
Jeez.
this is not where you are. I just hung
silly
up.
rabbit. Silly rabbit. What else we got on deck? Aside from
You've gone over India.
Harrison.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
we
one
talked
quick
about
thing.
Willow.
After, so they got a standing ovation, and apparently Harrison Ford was crying in the theater. at
Harrison
that.
Ford.
Yeah, he was
Can't
crying how
cry.
pathetic the movie
He was crying. No, I've never seen him cry.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what.
Apparently, according to everyone, the only redeeming point to the movie was Harrison's performance. Apparently, it was just
Oh.
incredible.
But
It was
isn't that a bad thing?
No.
That
Do
you have
know-
a cast
it
of
sucks.
actors and he's the only one that's good.
You're right. That does suck.
That's
but
bad.
on the bright side, I don't need to worry about my
80-year-old
favorite
man-
character.
True. Actually, you know what? A good point is if he's the best part and the only good thing, that is going to be miles better than what happened in Star Wars, because then even the actor like Luke, he hates what happened, or Mark Hamill hates what happened to Luke in that, and it's just like, oh, well, this is a different guy.
Yeah.
So at least
Yeah, so
they
yeah.
do Harrison.
Speaking
Ford
of
justice.
aliens, so Cowabunga dude, I did see this as well. Thanks for bringing this up. There was an Alien versus Predator anime completed, but Disney has shelved it indefinite.
An Alien versus Predator anime. Animation or
sounds
actual
like
anime?
the-
I remember hearing
It
this
should be
about
that.
3 days ago. Yeah, it was shelved. There's no word of why, nothing. It just disappears.
Did you just say it should be shelved?
No, I'm saying that should be an anime.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah.
that is the perfect
Oh, how awesome would that be?
Alien vs
be very
Predator
cool.
anime. That's
Yeah.
that's the coolest thing I've ever heard of, ever.
Yeah, Disney's got a finished Alien vs Predator anime, and it may never
Yeah, there you go.
release.
That's why they
That's
That's
why
why they
Disney
took-
subscribers are leaving every day.
no. That's why they took down Willow, so they can make room for the
No.
AVP.
Oh,
anime.
they gave it to Kathleen Kennedy. That's
Oh
right.
God,
Did they actually?
No, it's,
Oh my god.
they gave it to her, and she said no.
She's
that's
touching that now.
gross. They're sticky.
But
I
they're gonna
swear
show.
the
They're
day-
gonna show the making of them.
the day they won't fire her. What they'll do is have mutual parting.
no,
That's what they'll do. I'm
Oh,
telling
yeah.
you right now. They won't fire her. There was a mutual understanding between Disney and Kathleen that
No,
we
they'll
wanted to
keep-
part our ways of differences. That's what's going to happen.
they'll keep her on
How
as a
dare we
consultant.
fire any females these days? You are a horrible human being for doing that.
They'll keep her on as a
Right.
consultant forever.
So, yeah, please don't. The day they do let her go, we're having a party. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're
I'm
having a
fine with that.
party, right? I don't even care who's the next person in line. We're just having a party. That's it. And everybody's invited. We're going to give away Kathleen Kennedy t-shirts.
Willow T-shirts we're gonna give away.
Oh! With the X on it.
Removed from Disney.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I want to see. Doesn't the Disney
KK
store?
God.
I want to see what the. I'm sure you guys remember a couple weeks ago. Actually, you probably don't remember. A couple weeks ago, I found the Willow merchandise on the Disney store.
Oh,
It was,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
super cheap.
Did
I'm
you
gonna-
buy something?
No, but I'm gonna look it up now and see
Yeah,
how
it's
cheap
on-
it is now.
It's probably not
It's on
there anymore.
clearance.
Actually, they've got a new item. It's a pin for the 35th anniversary, so it's not actually for the TV show. The $85 wand is now $30, just under 30.
I still won't buy for $3.
Does it shoot fire?
I don't know. It's
Does
on.
it have a
little stand.
t-shirt?
There is a T-shirt. It used to be $36. It's now $12.
Hey.
I might buy that t-shirt.
It's less than half price.
Can we spray paint red on it?
Yeah.
Canceled?
Yeah.
It's a Henley too.
Oh.
Ooh, Henley top for
Does
adults.
it have do it have a poster?
What
I'm
is
down
this?
for a poster
Yeah.
on the wall here.
No.
Worst ever. We just keep making posters.
To be honest, I think it's just the pin, the wand, and an adult shirt and a women's shirt, and then everything else is either
I like how we segued into purchasing
Yeah.
Willow gear.
everything else is.
If you'd
Like
like,
old
to buy
Willow.
Willow gear,
Don't.
But if you want to see cool content, Make sure to go to our social media at A&R Universe. We got a lot of shorts, reels, all kinds of cool stuff coming every day. Yeah, go check that out. And if you're new here, wander around the YouTube world and you'll see ours. Sorry for our mugs. We'll put makeup on next time. But if you are wondering, come here and hang out with us. We talk about movies and TV shows, collectibles, all kinds of cool stuff. And give us a like and subscribe to our channel and engage with us. We love to hear feedback, comments, all that stuff. We want to definitely engage with everybody. We've done that with many people here on the chat, whether it be today or our other shows. Yeah.
And what happens if somebody like comments and they are a subscriber?
We give away Willow merch.
Whoa!
Please do not say that. Time to time, we do decide to bribe our subscribers with awesome merch. So stay tuned for that stuff.
What was the last giveaway we did? I remember it was a big thing,
Batmobile.
wasn't it?
Batmobile.
That was the
Batmobile,
Batmobile, yeah.
So
that
guess
was
what
it.
happened to that?
Wait, what
So
happened?
I was able to secure the Batmobile for Cowabunga Dude, which I'm waiting for Cowabunga Dude to be released. When the store calls me and lets me know.
Wait,
then
is he in jail?
No, Cowabunga Dude is not in jail. His Batmobile
Oh.
is not there yet.
God.
It's still
Gotcha.
pre-order, right?
Yeah, so once it gets there, I will send it out to him. But
Well, it takes a long time to drive. Those
oh, God.
They're not
Anyway,
really
I'm a
so,
dad.
anyway, so I went and procured one from there, and I procured one from GameStop. So I'm like, I will just give this one from the store that I got to Cowabunga Dude, because they can directly ship it to him.
Yeah.
And I'll get the one from GameStop. Well, GameStop called me 2 days ago and says, we canceled all Batmobiles. We are not getting Batmobiles at our store. Here's your $5 back.
Wow.
It costs more than $5. But
Yeah, it was a deposit. So all GameStops in Canada, for as far as I know, have canceled Batmobiles.
which Batmobile was it?
It's from the new movie, The Flash.
Oh, it's the new Flash one.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
it's the iconic
Michael
Batmobile.
Keaton's,
It's the,
yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
the
The original.
updated
And it's
Michael Keaton one.
12 scale, so it's about this big.
Wow.
So McFarlane had a sale for the Batwing and the Batmobile for $300 US. The Batwing alone is around 300 Canadian.
You were buying a McFarlane toy?
No, their website.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go through with the transaction. I don't know what happened. I got lost track, and I don't know what happened. I'm gonna try tonight, but it's probably sold out. But I'm not crazy about it. Like, if I get it, I'll get it. But if I don't end up getting it, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
There's something I thought I just might get on the offshoot, right, or whatever, right? But yeah, I mean, I feel bad for a lot of people who went to GameStop. I know at least 5 people I know went to GameStop and pre-ordered this because it was the cheapest price as well, and all of them are out. They're scoot. And I went to multiple stores on the internet where I buy figures from. They're all sold out. The Batmobile is sold out because the price point.
Yeah,
It's less than $100
yeah.
It's a
for a
shame.
112 scale figure. Hasbro tried selling us a Ghost Rider Dodge Charger for $350 US, and it didn't go nowhere. It was a Hasbro project, like a Kickstarter
Oh,
project.
yeah, and it didn't make
It didn't make it. Didn't even come close. Because they were just gouging people. $350 US
Yeah, that's a lot.
for not even licensed Dodge Charger. It
Oh, it
looked
wasn't
like,
licensed.
No, it wasn't licensed. It looked like one, but it was not licensed. But yeah, so
The Dash Chaser.
I was just trying to think of yeah.
oh, I still owe you the bat, don't I? I need to get that going. I apologize, man. I forget all the time. Shoot me a message on Instagram, Cowabunga Dude, or one of our platforms. Shoot me another message with your address and everything again. I will get that. I'll copy and save that. Get that going out to you. I'll owe him a bat and a Batmobile. They're not related.
Yeah.
One's a G.I. Joe figure. What else we got?
Want to talk about that crazy trailer that dropped?
Yes. Let's pull
Oh,
that
yeah.
up here. What was the trailer name
The
again?
creator. The creator.
So this movie, you want to give a backstory on this? When is it
Well,
coming out, and who's the main actor?
It comes out at the end of September. Directed by a guy who did Rogue One, Garth Edwards, I think it was. Anyways, but the main thing was no one had even heard about this film, and suddenly they just dropped the trailer this week with what's his name, Denzel's son. Is it John Washington? can't remember.
It's funny.
George.
It's funny
George
how
Washington.
they have him such an like he's under the radar. He's away from his dad's.
Yeah.
Obviously, less like I'm a huge Denzel Washington fan, right? And it's funny how he's carving himself a great career.
John David. That's
Yeah.
it. John David.
And
Washington.
wants nothing to do with his dad's last name. They're not even in a movie together.
No.
Yeah.
No. He's done really well. Like,
And
a
you
lot
know
of people
Denzel
don't.
can make that happen like that. Hey, I want to
Yeah.
do it with my son.
Yeah.
There'll be like 15 directors ready to go,
Yeah.
right? But he's just
He's already done a lot of great stuff.
Well, he's done a TV show with The Rock as well.
Oh yeah.
It was a football show that he did with The Rock. He was great there. That was his breaking point, in my opinion, and that catapulted him into getting into movies. And he's done movies with Christopher Nolan. What was
Tenant.
that? The Tenant.
He just did Amsterdam
Yeah.
with Christian Bale.
I think he's had a great future.
Oh, he's in Ballers, right?
Yeah, Ballers. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's had a great future.
Yeah. Black Klansman. He was in that.
Yeah, he was really good. Him and Driver,
Yeah. Adam Driver.
Oh yeah.
they were good. That was a great movie.
That was him, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, he is
That-
pretty good.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
He's actually in a good movie with Zendina.
Oh, Zendaya.
Zendaya, sorry. It's called Malcolm and Mary, and it's just the two of them. It's during COVID, and they're in a. It sounds like not the best plot. They're married, young married couple, and the whole movie is just the two of them in their apartment, or in their house.
During COVID.
Yeah.
We don't need a movie about that. We've all lived it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it might not have anything to do with COVID because I think they're
Okay.
coming back from a party or anything. But anyways, it's really well acted. Just their relationship and everything. But yeah, no, he's really good. So yeah, this trailer dropped this week, and I had never heard of it. And yeah, it's basically about AI. So I think I bet you that they've fast tracked this film, meaning like it was on. They had filmed it and everything, but I bet you it wasn't supposed to come out for like another year or something. And they're like, we got to get on this because
Yeah, it's a hot topic.
exactly
ChatGTP is
Yeah.
ruling
it's
everything.
taking over the world.
All right, let's play this trailer then, shall we?
Let's.
What's heaven?
It's a peaceful place in the sky.
Are you going to heaven?
Do 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 do. Do do do. Totally not playing Aerosmith. I'm not being quiet.
I need you to be quiet.
I
You're a
need
good person
you
to
to
go
let me
there.
talk over the highly copyrighted song that is currently playing. The whole point
Years
of
ago today, the artificial
we put it
intelligence
in
created to
music?
protect us
no, we're gonna play it,
detonated
but
a
we can just
nuclear
talk over it. It's
warhead
fine.
in Los Angeles.
You've got some.
Why do you guys think it nuked LA? Do you think they did something to
Have you
deserve
been
it?
to LA?
Hunting them. This is
Disneyland's
Silicon
just
Valley.
outside.
Yeah.
Do you want to destroy Disneyland? Well, there's Disney World.
Whoever's in there, they're sure worried about
Disneyland
someone
Paris,
getting in.
Disneyland Tokyo.
Yeah, that's there.
No, very good. No.
There's even a Disney Shanghai.
Yep.
I guess we don't need the one in LA.
So it comes out in September, so it's gonna be away from the summer break.
And it's gonna be released when there's
It's got a chance, man.
We're just
It's got a
saying.
chance.
We can't go to heaven
I'll be honest. When I first heard the name of
because
the
you're not
creator,
good.
Yeah.
I think coming to my mind, I was thinking of the most recent Guardians
And
of
I'm
the
not a
Galaxy movie.
person.
Yeah.
I thought that this was a Marvel movie about him.
I like how they pop up Rogue One on a shot that looks like it's straight out of Star Wars.
did. Yeah.
Really, really cool. It reminds me a lot of, like District
District 9.
9 and Chappie and stuff. The designs of the androids.
They're coming to
I can't
get me.
tell if this is.
I think it's probably futuristic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm keep muting it, because obviously you said it, no copyright. We're gonna get nailed with that for sure.
Well, no, we can just talk over it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Every trailer now loves
commentary.
to bring back those old songs. Like even the Flash, the new one. Did you see the new Flash? It's got Pink Floyd in it.
Yeah.
I just love those.
So
old-
September 29th.
It
Very
looks-
interesting. Very
I
interesting.
I said it before, but I really hate that trailer.
Why do you hate the trailer?
because I feel like it just gives away the entire premise of the movie.
I agree because I know where you're going, and I really hope that there's something different there.
I hope that there's some, because
What's your prediction?
prediction so far, it's the future, and we got AI. They get pissed. They nuke LA. Then they go to the super secure room that they are like, oh, they're hiding a weapon in there. And then they go, oh no, it's an android. And then they find out that it's it's like a Matrix type thing where they're all robots, and these are just the old models, or the creator is this super advanced AI that created humans. But then they find out, actually, you know what? Humans aren't that bad. Then they fight together to take down the rogue robots, and then they all party and get to live in harmony.
I don't know. Then I think it's gonna be something more complex.
But the twist.
This is a trilogy.
They show the twist.
Do you remember Prometheus?
Yeah.
And you go through the whole movie thinking it's his own thing up until the end where you realize it's actually an alien prequel.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it is.
No, I know that. I knew it was an alien prequel going in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I think that this is going to be something similar, except it's Skynet. This is the start of Terminator, people. This is how it begins. They've got the robots, they've got the AI, they've got the nukes. This is how it happens.
I'm gonna go in just because it's exciting. It looks fun.
Yeah. No, it looks
And
good.
I need something in September. Right?
I just wish.
The weather's getting bad.
Yeah, I just wish they didn't show the kid or what's behind that
Yeah,
door.
that's true.
I wish they had shown the door and been like, all right, we're going in to get the weapon September 29th. Because I think there's enough like cool action stuff. You get there's some AI conflict and robots, great animation, great actors, and then you're going, oh, cool. What's that? And then you go into the movie and you go, oh, shit, it's a kid. Oh, you could see.
Yeah, because they show the very first scene is him and the kid, like, and he's talking about heaven. So are they friends? And then the guy realizes later that the kid is like
actually the antagonist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we already learned that
Yeah.
from the trailer. Although I'll admit, I think it's kind of stupid when you've got a robot and you're like, oh, it's a kid. It's still a robot.
Yeah.
It's just designed to look like a kid.
It's a Furby.
Treat it like you would any other thing. You don't need to be like so tender with it.
Yeah.
Gee, Furbies are cool but creepy.
Hell yeah.
They got those.
Furbies.
They could really respond and like hear. They had a TV show as well to
They
sell
did?
the toys.
Yep. It was creepy as hell.
I never got a Furby, but I desperately wanted one.
I had one and I took a chain from my wallet because I was cool, and I took the links off and I gave him earrings.
Nice.
He was a cool Furby.
Never wanted it.
Then I shot him with a 22.
My gosh.
Navadumo.
How did you look afterwards?
Oh, it was just a circuit board and holes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But no, the movie looks sick. It's just, yeah.
Do you know what? Speaking of new trailers, have you guys seen the trailer for was it Friday Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights
FNAF?
at Freddy's. That's it, FNAF. I only know it as FNAF, so I forgot the
Yeah.
name.
No, I think it's a great. It's gonna be fun.
So it was.
It is a horror movie,
It is. It was leaked a couple weeks ago by someone on Reddit,
of course.
where they you know how they make trailers and they got like the special codes and they give it to people and say, hey, give us your feedback.
Yeah.
Well, he filmed it on his phone, posted it. It had his like special barcode ID on it and everything. And
So he's in
released it.
court.
Yeah, so he's screwed because they can find out who he is.
Yeah.
But then they released it a couple weeks later. Now we've got it. I'll be honest, it looks a little cheesy because when you think about it, the whole idea of the game
Yeah.
is a little corny.
It is. Well, it was always like very tongue in cheek. Like in the beginning of the game, it starts out comedic.
Yeah.
And they all have. It's like, okay, you're essentially a night shift security guard at a Chuck E. Cheese, and then they come to life, and then it's jump scares the game.
Yeah.
So
it's like horror night at the museum.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's the only real horror I think in that game is the jump scare.
Yeah, it's jump
So
scares.
that's one reason why I'm not super thrilled about the movie because it's not like there's some sort of psychological thing that freaks you out
Yeah.
or something that's actually truly scary. It's just Chuck E. Cheese with giant teeth that jumps out at you.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game. It's
Yeah.
a simple concept, fun game. I don't know how it's going to translate onto the big screen.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be like, because once you do the first 2 jump scares of a giant anthropomorphic mouse coming at you, you're gonna be like, okay, I get it. It's spooky.
Sounds like a comedy.
Yeah,
Like, we already know the backstory too, but we know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's one of the biggest games ever.
My kids love it.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They play it all the time.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I think they announced a new one today by Sony.
By Sony. By a
The
new one.
game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sony had a big thing today.
Do you know what?
I didn't remember seeing that at the end. Now it makes sense.
This would be the second horror game made into a movie that I'm aware of. First one being Slenderman. And that bombed. That did not
Which
do
one?
well. Slenderman.
Silent Hill.
Oh, Silent Hill. That's true. That one
Didn't
was
Re-
good though.
Resident Evil.
too.
There are good movies.
Resident-
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of
Mario.
I'm thinking of indie stuff. Sorry,
Oh,
indie stuff.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Resident Evil, Silent Hill, those were big studios.
Yeah.
But again, I think the difference is like this Five Nights at Freddy's is huge with a certain demographic right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So I think.
Well, no, I would
It-
say
it
it was
used to be really
huge
big.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
but
pretty quiet.
now all those kids can go to 18 and up
Yeah,
movies,
exactly.
so
Yeah.
that's
Is
actually
that,
probably
is
not
that
a-
old the game?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
old. But they kept releasing new ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Like
it-
add-ons, right?
yeah,
Oh,
well,
okay.
it's just one of those games that even though it gets older, you can still play it and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Right.
It was an indie title,
Yeah, it was.
an indie game, and then they've made multiple, and there's been so many different iterations.
Mm.
Yeah.
Did they make a Fatal Frame movie? They had to have.
Let me take a look here. Fatal Frame movie. Yes, but it's a Japanese horror film, and it was given a name that I can't pronounce.
All right. Sounds about right.
Geki Joban Zero.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember.
They
hearing
released in
about that.
2014.
Yeah.
I'm fluent in Japanese.
Five Nights at Freddy's doesn't come out till it's Halloween, October 27th, just before.
Oh, I
Halloween.
love it when horror movies come out in
Yeah.
October.
Because even if it's kind of garbage, you're still just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
The hype
spoopy.
train will take you to the event.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Halloween Ends?
I don't watch any horror movies.
No.
I do
Wait.
not.
The
No,
last
I
one
didn't.
wasn't really a horror movie, so I wouldn't worry.
I stay away from that stuff.
No worries. But have you guys?
No, I like the original stuff, like the original Halloween and those
Yeah.
ones, the
Except for the
70s.
I can't even listen
Oh,
to podcasts that are horror. You know those
The murder mystery?
My wife decided to put one on the way back here from our trip. So I'm stuck there.
You're like,
listening.
cool, not
She's
sleeping
This
tonight.
is amazing because my wife's really into that stuff.
Yeah.
She puts it on. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna dream about this stuff.
My girlfriend does that, and then she can't sleep all night and keeps calling me.
Weird.
I'm like, Gia, like, please, this was like 40 years ago. He's dead. Everyone's dead. They're not gonna wake you up in the middle of the night. They're from Texas or from
Yeah.
Australia. Like, they're not coming up here into Canada, into Vancouver, finding your specific house.
This one was about Amityville horror,
Mm.
Ooh.
like the background stories before
Mhm.
the movie,
Yeah.
like all kinds of crazy. Oh, it's insane.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't. You know, there's some horrors that I like. I don't know. I'm not big into just slasher films.
Mhm.
You know, I like
Yeah.
maybe
Scream?
the more
Scream.
Scream. I
find that
liked
hilarious.
Scream because they made fun of themselves.
Yeah.
I love A Quiet Place. I love those movies.
Mhm.
Those are just so well.
Is that
done.
classified as horror?
Well, I don't know. You guys tell me.
Suspense,
Thriller.
thriller,
Suspense.
kind of.
Adventurous?
I don't know.
I would say
mean,
yeah,
it's-
suspense probably, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
Sure, you are right. Having like a deeper element, I do think Halloween, especially the first two, not the new
Yeah.
restarted, but like the first two, are not so much slasher movies, even though we can classify them like that because it is a guy in a mask with a giant knife.
Yeah.
But the first movie, I believe he only killed 3 people
Yeah.
during the whole movie. Most of it was like this psychological thing where something's happening, this music really ramps it up, and you can see his shadow or just him in the
Yeah.
background
Yeah.
somewhere the whole time
Yeah.
watching. And you might realize that at the end of the scene that he's been there the whole time, but nothing happens. And the whole movie is just waiting, when is he going to strike?
Mhm.
And when it does, you're not expecting it.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you
those-
thought he was going to do it a while
Those
ago.
movies now are essentially just the Expendables, but
Yeah.
horror movies. Like it's
Yeah.
like, oh, he's back, and he's still doing the thing, and you're
Somehow
like, "What?"
he's returned.
Yeah, somehow Palpatine returned. Where's the button? Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping you had a button to play
Damn
this
it.
clip.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I don't have that sound yet.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
what
next.
else we got on tap? I believe you had something about Padme.
Well,
Oh,
there was
yeah.
an interview this week with Natalie Portman, and she just expressed that she would be willing to come back and play Padme again in Star
And then I
Wars.
face palmed immediately when
She
I
was
saw that.
fine.
Well, that's the thing
She's
about
good.
the prequels, right? All the like Ewan McGregor was great, and
Yeah, but
But
Obi-Wan
Was
was
he?
trash. Ewan
Well, it's
McGregor
the
was
writing.
great.
It's the writing.
Sorry, did you say was he? Oh, you're talking about the Obi-Wan show.
No, the Obi-Wan show was ass.
That was bad. That was not his fault.
Yeah, that's
No.
what I'm talking about.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He was the best part of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Was he? Trench coat fiasco?
Yeah, but that's not his fault. That's a bad writing.
It's not, but I mean, it's you signed up. You read the script, right? You weren't
You don't
going in
read
blind.
every bit going
No,
like,
they do script readings.
Wait, the trench
before
coat?
yeah, they have all the descriptions in the script.
I just
You know what you're expecting.
Just imagine as he's walking, he's just doing the Jedi mind trick on everyone,
Yeah.
so they ignore the two
I would
extra
have,
legs.
I would have taken that over what they did.
you want to know something horrible? That was probably a compromise. He was probably just like, you know what? At the end, okay, fine. You know what? I'll put her in a trench coat. There, happy? Okay, we're not doing that. And like it might have been so much
Oh,
worse.
my God. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead. You were saying.
No,
So
know.
Padme wants to come back.
She said she'd be
Natalie,
willing.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, she said she'd be willing to. But
I don't want any of this.
No.
Do you guys want this?
I like the prequels, but
Don't get me
I-
wrong. I love
yeah.
Natalie Portman.
but I think that
Easy on the eyes.
the stories that we have from episode 1 up, or at least episode 2 up until all the Clone Wars, and that whole period
It's been told to death.
has been told. We don't need
Yeah.
any more. I'm fine with a couple things between episode 1 and 2 because we've got, I think, we've only got a couple things about that area. We've got like 1 or 2 episodes from Tales of the Jedi,
Yeah.
where Dooku has now begun to question himself and starts to turn to the dark side. Because after episode 1, he was still a Jedi.
Yeah.
So I'd love more stories about that, and
That
I'd be
was cool,
okay
yeah.
with a couple more stories
But she
before. But
she
nothing
dies
else.
so early.
Yeah.
She does. That's why I
I
don't.
mean, is it gonna be Padme playing with sand
Yeah.
and
I
Anakin
hate sands.
overwatches the whole
Yeah,
time? Like,
You're
Yeah,
Rough,
I've
coarse,
watched that.
Her story
It's
is
everywhere.
she builds a sand castle.
Her story is done. We have a lot of her in the Clone Wars. Lots
Yeah,
of
lots of
stuff
her in the
about
Clone Wars, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
she dies right after.
And we don't need anything else. I'm happy she wants to return, but
yeah,
You know what I would love? They go adventurous and just go crazy and do some time traveling stuff where she ends up meeting Leia.
this is not
do crazy stuff like
Star
that.
Trek where
Do
they
something
go and
that's
save the
way
whales.
off the beacon path.
This is not. I can't do
I'm
time
all in
travel
it.
in
Like she
Star
meets
Wars.
Padme and they just have an adventure, or Anakin and Luke have an adventure together.
no.
Dude, give me crazy stuff. I just want to.
No.
I just want to.
If you're gonna do crazy
what if,
stuff,
what
If it-
if?
okay,
What
what
if-
if is
what if,
fine.
yeah.
I'm okay with what
Give me
if.
Star Wars. What if?
yeah,
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Give me that.
You know what I would want, which is never going to happen? I would actually like them to just take a break. Just stop for a
Yeah.
while. You know? Just
Let us be more anxious and
Yeah.
waiting in it
because that's what we are with Star Wars when it happens. You know, the first 3 movies come out, 4, 5, 6, and there's a huge break before 1, 2, 3, another huge break, and now
Yeah.
they're just throwing it, shoving it down our throats. It's like
because it's Disney.
I know, but that's what I'm
It's
saying.
Disney,
It's never
that's
going
what
to
it is.
happen. But like literally, yeah, cha-ching.
I'd be happy with that as well.
They
take
should
a-
take. They should learn their lesson from closing down that hotel.
Yeah.
Oh
Did they
yeah,
close-
Star
did-
Cruisers is closing.
They spent so much money on that. Well, it's because they charged a fortune.
$8,000,
per what, like night?
It was
or
anywhere
3
between 5 to 10 grand.
and it
Wow.
was technically 3 nights, or no, 3 days, 2 nights or something.
Depends,
But
yeah.
you get there like late afternoon the first day or whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently, yeah, like it was.
I think what killed it was they didn't have any of the old Star Wars.
No,
stuff
it
in
was all
there.
new.
It was
Yeah.
all new
Oh,
stuff.
Right.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
If
Well,
they-
Chewbacca was there.
Yeah, but he's in the new stuff.
I know.
too.
That's the only.
But I mean,
and
like,
R2 and C3PO.
Why would you not have Vader?
Why wouldn't you have eras? Like you have.
Well, imagine you do a original trilogy setting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of the new sequel stuff. The Galaxy's Edge, you go there. It could be a new planet we haven't seen in the original trilogy. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that, but
Yeah.
it's still set during that time period where the Empire is still there,
Yeah.
and it would be. I think it would be so much more fun, because no one cares about the First Order besides the cool looking helmets.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to see Palpatine in his chair in an eerie setting?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
You go and
Yeah.
pay your respects.
yeah.
Padme's grave
Like-
somewhere.
You know what would be really cool? If they bring you in and there are two guests. One guest tries to go to you the evil side. The one other guest tries to go into the light side. That would be cool.
Well, that's what they did.
they try to convince you.
No. Well,
They had
At the
multiple.
hotel.
They did have multiple storylines.
they did, and
Yeah.
you
No,
could
I meant
go.
at the hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
No. You would do quests, and you would go either the light or the dark side.
Or like you could
Oh,
be
okay.
like pro Jedi, pro dark.
First Order,
you could
yeah.
you could be more like smuggler. And I thought that was a cool idea, except it's not as good as I heard.
Yeah.
And everyone complained about the rooms. They're saying it was immaculate.
Well, yeah,
it
there
didn't
was,
look like a Star Wars.
Doesn't look
thing.
like a Star
It
Wars
was-
Bay,
it
nothing
doesn't
like
run
that.
down.
It was
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
it was very like Coruscant,
Very
rich
Star
people.
Trekky look.
Yeah.
Like everything's immaculate.
And then did you guys see a clip of like the whole scripted fight scene that they do part way?
Yeah, it was fine.
The lightsaber.
Yeah,
So you guys have seen the lightsaber?
the extended
Yeah,
one.
the extended
and then
one.
she goes down and grabs
Yeah,
another
that
one.
was
Yeah,
so bad.
No,
Come on.
yeah.
It
It-
ruins the immersion entirely. If you guys haven't seen
This
the
was
clip,
in the hotel they did.
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
So
in the like balcony or whatever, they have a
Okay.
fight scene between Kylo and
Should I pull
Rey.
it up? I don't know.
yeah, no,
What is
do
it?
it.
Happens at like 7:00 every night or something.
It's dinner theater. Like
Every
the
night.
whole
Yeah.
like the whole hotel thing. It's absolutely dinner theater.
Right.
Just look up like what's
Star
that?
Wars Hotel?
Yeah, Star Wars Hotel fight.
Yeah.
And you'll see Star Wars or Disney built these lightsabers that actually extended, and they looked really good because they'd light up. They extended naturally. It sounded great, but you can't fight with them.
Yeah.
So anytime they wanted to use it during the whole show, they use it. They make it look really cool, and they very dramatically put it down and pick up another lightsaber.
But
I
she
see.
does it like she's dodging or like getting down or doing a pose. She's
is
doing a
that- is that it?
superhero.
Yeah.
It looks. I think it looks bad, but let's
It,
take
no,
a-
no. It. When you know what's happening, you're like, oh yeah, they just did the thing.
Skip ahead a little bit. Look, just look for the lightsabers turning over.
So this is in the hotel.
Yeah. And then he goes, oh yeah, yeah.
I think it looks
And
bad.
then they do some. Oh no, it does. Yeah,
Hit it. No, the fight is good. Like,
What was the reason why she put this blade down?
because she can't fight with him.
it'll fall apart. Also, Kylo Ren's lightsaber looks like crap compared to hers.
Yeah.
Where's my anger?
I ordered a cheeseburger. That's my goddamn waitress up there. I'm like, it's cool.
I'm fine with the fight.
And if you know what?
I think the little kiddies would love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I was like 6 blue milks deep, I would be losing my mind.
But here's the thing: for 5 to 10 grand.
Yeah, pissed off.
No, because like Disney's already got themed rooms in hotels. They're so much cheaper. It's way better, and they even like the Disney suite at I think it's called the Adventureland Hotel.
Right.
They've got
All right, enough of this.
they've
I
got
can't, I can't watch any
yeah.
more of that.
the Adventureland suite. It is the best hotel Disney I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's themed perfectly. We don't need to watch it now, but look at it at your own time. Gorgeous. $2,000 a night, US.
Yeah.
$2,000 a night. Beautiful.
That's
Worth
still pretty steep for an
It
average
is.
family.
But-
when you see it, it's not for a family.
This is it should be for family.
Like
right?
you can get the connecting room that allows you to have kids there, but if you look at the room, it's more of like a romantic, very expensive getaway, maybe a honeymoon thing. It's
There's
re-
no way my wife wants that as a romantic.
just wait
I'm
till you see
telling
the
you
room.
right now. The minute I say Star Wars, she's just gonna walk right away.
wait till you see the room. It is so good. It's not Star Wars. It's like Adventureland Jungle Cruise. So it's kind of like this
Okay, so
romantic
that's a totally
tropical
different story
thing.
then.
It is, but I'm comparing the price of one Disney
Okay.
hotel
Yeah, yeah,
room
okay.
compared to that.
Yeah.
This $2,000 for one night is worth it completely. Disney's $5 to $10,000 for 3 nights, kind of. Plus, they kick you off at certain points, and you're like supposed to explore Galaxy's Edge.
Well, that's before and after the 2 days
was entirely on 2 days, but
It's you're in the hotel for 3 days. You do a bunch of quests, and you do like you're constantly in an immersive state where there. And now the fact that it's like 10 grand sounds ridiculous, but then when you think there's like 50 actors that are on for 3 days, and the food apparently is really good and like pretty, fancy kind of. That's obviously all included. It's when you look at the logistics of it, you're like, all right, that makes sense. And also too, it makes sense why it only lasted like 4 or 5 years, where it was just like, all right,
What lasted 4 or 5 years?
the hotel, they're shutting
Only
it down.
been 2 years.
Is it or okay?
It's only been 2 years.
Couple years,
Yeah.
but still, that kind of
That's
makes
bad.
no, that makes sense. They
Does it?
for that premium price.
They wanted that
they're-
hotel to be a staple.
I'm sure that they're going to refurbish it, and they're going to come out with the next thing, and they're just going to have a rotating hotel of a premium experience that's going to be 3
I
or 4
think they
days
should have
like
just
that.
written new Star Wars stories.
Yeah.
Maybe do small renovations inside to change the look a bit. Maybe fix it up to the way people imagine Star Wars.
You
to
got
be.
so many Star Wars backstories and animation characters. You could have made something up.
It
Well,
only-
I know,
yeah,
I know,
it
that's what I'm
opened
saying.
March 1st, 2022.
Yeah, there you go. 2
Oh
years.
wow!
2 years.
Yeah.
Wait, March 1st. 1 year.
It was supposed to
Yeah.
open in 2021.
Just been over 1 year.
There you go.
It's just been open for a year.
They wanted that to be a staple,
Yeah.
from what I heard, because there's a lot of people were invited. A lot of IGN was invited a week before the opening. All these companies were invited over, and they talked about how amazing it was and beautiful it looked. But every one of them said it's too clean.
Yeah.
There's no rust. There's no wires hanging out. There's no Star Warsy, poor type of build anywhere in the hotel.
I want to see peasants.
And
No,
all,
but animatronics.
Yeah.
Where are these little salacious
Yeah.
crumb guys?
That's
Yeah.
what Disney's known for.
yeah.
Beautiful animatronic.
Yeah.
What, none of those to
animatronic.
be found. I mean, I don't know. I've never went inside it, but from the videos I see, and
Yeah.
you just saw one there too as well. There's no animatronics.
Because don't they have a ton in Galaxy's Edge?
They
Or,
do.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
They even
ones
have, like-
walking around. Like,
Yeah, they even have like a water fountain that sometimes when you use it, what's that thing in A New Hope in the disposal unit, the waste disposal.
Sorry.
There's
not a Sarlacc, the eye
one
thing.
eye thing.
It is a
Can't remember what it's
beast. What's it
Yeah,
called?
I can't remember,
Is
but
it-
that
anyway.
thing when you're using the water fountain, that sometimes will pop up from the water tank that's behind it. They got great details like that.
And they got colloquial monkey lizards in the trees.
Yeah, coaxium
spent
monkey lizards.
Yeah.
A lot of money building this thing,
Yeah.
and it's a colossal failure.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
But what if they then, now that they've had essentially the beta version of it come out, and also too, because it's like, upwards of 10 grand, the biggest complaint that I hear from adults is like, you have to really kind of, it's not for adults because it's hard.
If it's not for adults,
then why is it 10 grand?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah,
A
yeah.
parent is not going to pay 10 grand for the kids to have
No,
a good time. They
no.
want everybody to have a good time.
Yeah.
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 10 grand to me says that everybody better have an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Even mom who could care less about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And
I better be slicing off someone's limb for $10,000.
Oh, jeez. Well, they should give you a full stormtrooper outfit to wear.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
You do if you buy it.
Well, no. They do provide a lot of costumes and stuff.
Yeah, but it's more like Disney bound in costumes. I've seen images of
robes
they
and
actually have a
stuff.
store in there that if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want a lot of the nice stuff, you have to pay money.
Yeah, of course.
And the store, like I do
I
get
think
that.
Disney is just gouging people, and they got caught. That's
Yeah.
all it is. They thought that they can get away with this high premium hotel, and they thought people Star Warsy. That's the problem. It starts from the top.
Yeah.
They're so out to lunch on everything Star Wars. They think this is a cow that they can keep milking, and it will continue to give them great milk. And it ain't even the blue one either. Like it's just continuously flopping one thing after another, losing money everywhere.
They're milking this bantha dry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really badly.
Well, it's Disney. They shouldn't be doing beta tests and like.
I'm going with my
Searching
family
and
to
figuring-
Orlando, and it's my first time to any Disney amusement park.
Really?
I've never been. right? And it cost me $10,000 US to take a family of 9. My cousin is going with his kids to go on a VIP experience at Disney.
Wow.
10 grand for 7 hours. 7 hours. That's it.
Wow.
And the clock starts the minute they say hi to you. That's it. And it was the only way I could do it because we're not there for that long. And it's the only thing I could do to get the full experience because I'm probably not going to go back there for a long time.
Yeah.
So 10 grand, 9 people, 7 hours. You pick what you want and they'll take you. They take you in a golf cart and they take you to all 4 places in Disney. Animal Kingdom, Epcot, blah, blah, blah. You get right in front. There's no waiting, nothing at all. But and I couldn't even I wanted to take 2 more people and I couldn't do it because 10 is the max you could take. You cannot even take a baby. It counts as a whole different crew you have to spend money on. It's crazy.
Baby's an extra 10 grand. He goes in his
But
own
Universal
golf carts.
Universal Studios said to me, doesn't matter. Pick as many people. You can have up to 10. You can have 11. You guys.
You can bring a baby.
Yeah, you can bring a baby. They provide you food, breakfast and lunch, and it's all day.
I respect Universal for that. That's
Yeah.
quite nice.
Disney does not give you any food. Water and some cookies, maybe that's it.
We're gonna starve you in Disneyland,
That's it.
so you buy our expensive churros.
Yeah. And here's the other kicker. You still got to pay for admission.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine
What is
that? You pay 10 grand and now you still got to pay admission for every individual to get into the park.
Wow.
That is ridiculous.
That's almost like buying a collector's edition Zelda console and not getting the game.
That is,
That's
isn't
what
it?
happened. Yeah. It says right in the front. No game included. But I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's ridiculous. 10 grand and you don't even get admission. I was like laughing, but I'm like, what choice do I have right now? I don't have a whole lot of time there. Plus, we want to go see Universal and other theme parks as well there, right?
Well, it's just what else besides Universal and Disney World is there?
SeaWorld,
Legoland.
Legoland,
Oh yeah,
Six
Legoland.
Flags.
Six Flags.
Yeah.
Mario Land.
No,
No, that's in
Japan.
That's in
Nintendo
Tokyo.
World.
Nintendo
They're building
World.
one still right now.
Oh,
Harry Potter Land.
Willow
oh,
Land.
yeah,
Willow Land.
Willowland.
That's in Universal.
Willowland's very small.
Just the wand and that's it.
Yeah, they're pulling it out of Disney World right now.
Yeah.
That's why they're shutting the hotel down. They're
Yeah.
making Willow Land the hotel.
Interactive. They're
Yeah.
getting all the original actors too.
They're
'cause
all
not
gonna
gonna
show
cost
up.
very much.
And
Instead of season 2, you guys are gonna work at the hotel.
yeah, and Christian Slater will be there too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. 10 grand for a hotel, whatever the price is. No
Yep.
one's doing that. That's a colossal fail.
It's super cringy.
Someone's getting fired,
Yeah.
but ain't KK.
Do you guys remember the trailers that they came out
Oh
for,
yeah.
for it? And they had to pull the trailers down. 'cause
No,
it
they
looked
didn't
so
pull the
bad?
trailers down. They turned the comments off.
Oh yeah, they pull them off for a while, and then people who had recorded them uploaded them
Oh
online.
right.
No.
Because it was so bad. It was the kid from the Goldbergs. Don't remember the kid's name, but
Right.
he's from that TV show, and he's running around seeing everything, and the place looked like it was made of plastic, too clean.
Yeah.
And then the kicker for everyone was there in the cantina, and she was just singing this song that sounded nothing like Star Wars. The cantina first did not look like a Star Wars thing. It looked
Yeah.
straight out of Star Trek's
Well,
cantina.
that's what I'm saying. Like, the essence, like the cantina is one of the most recognizable places in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You got to get that right.
And Deus Ex, they
Yeah.
did get it right
least-
in like
at least for
Galaxy's
the
Edge.
adults
Galaxy's Edge,
thing,
yeah.
right?
They had it right in Galaxy's Edge where it looked really cool. They've got like this
Yeah.
thing where there's this weird frog thing laying on eggs, and they actually use the eggs in a drink.
Yep.
So that way,
Mom
it
and
all
dad
looked
can go to
good.
the cantina while kids go play in the
Yeah.
zone there.
Right.
And you make it exactly like Star Wars. You get the music in there and everything. You get the good drinks. Make sure it's premium drinks for the family because they're paying 10 grand,
Yeah.
right? And you're gonna have a good time. Parents will be happy with that.
Do you have to pay for the drinks?
Of course you do.
No, it's inclusive. The food and drinks are inclusive
Okay,
on the
Is
hotel.
it?
Yeah.
I
In the hotel.
don't know if it's all. I think it's probably like a set thing.
Well, yeah.
It won't be unlimited alcohol. It'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, hey,
No,
you
no.
get a
We
drink or
said- it'll
two
be like
every
with
month.
dinner,
Two
yeah.
tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. It ain't Mexico.
I don't know how they'd respond if like someone got really intoxicated in front of all the kids.
Oh,
there.
that'd be the best.
And
I got kicked out by
you
the
imagine
first
the story
order
going-
for drunk and disorderly on a cruiser. Kylo Ren had to drag me out in a
That
suplex.
sounds like something Han Solo would do.
Can you imagine someone at the top of that railing that we just saw? Look, it's just heaving over.
Worth the 10 grand.
Yeah. If I had infinite money, I would get arrested in the Star Wars hotel.
What else have we got? Anything else?
I think that. Does anyone else have anything?
No, nothing else to talk about. We
We talked about Willow. I don't know what else is left.
Flash trailer.
That's
Right?
true. They had the final trailer.
The extended trailer
Final
came out
trailer.
yesterday. Yeah, I
Here's
wanna
the
say-
final one, yeah.
Yeah.
Have we talked about the fact that trailers are now getting trailers and it pisses
Yeah.
me off?
No,
Yeah.
no, you get a teaser.
You get a teaser of a trailer
Of a
that's
trailer.
already playing.
But they also never had final trailers before.
Yeah.
They usually just get like one trailer for. a
Yeah.
movie.
Now they
There's
have a
all
part
these-
one, a
Yeah.
part
Well,
two.
Do you know why I
the
think that
final trailer for your tickets.
Yeah.
the little? Are you referring to that like 5-second clip at the very
Teaser.
start?
Yeah. That
I
starts and goes, "You're about to watch this trailer." And it's like, I know, I'm watching it. It's an unskippable ad.
I know. I think it's annoying, but my guess is, you know, when you're looking up at YouTube and you have your mouse over like a thumbnail and it starts playing the first few seconds.
It's
I
a
think
percentage.
it's for that.
It's percentage.
By the way, are they playing a dangerous game here? Because you have Spider-Man that's already available to buy tickets.
Mm-hmm.
The following movie is Flash. The tickets are still not up for sale, and we're at the end of May almost.
That's
When's
because they're
Flash
still
out?
waiting for litigation with Ezra Miller. They're like, we can't get this person.
Please sign
any-
this paper.
Yeah, we can't give you any more money until we get
Apparently,
this signed.
he's doing a lot better right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Yeah,
he
they're putting
isn't
him through a lot
kidnapping
of stuff.
people.
Holding them
It's not
hostage
hard
in
to
his
be doing better
house in
When you're
Hawaii.
restricted.
when you're
When you're
banned
house
from
arrest.
Hawaii.
June 16th.
June 16th.
Yeah, the tickets
Wow.
are not on sale. In the U.S., I think the tickets went on sale today. But in Canada, the tickets still haven't gone on sale for the select theater that we go to. So, I don't know. I'm getting a little frustrated here. Tickets need to get on sale going. I want to lock this down. This is supposed to be the best, from a lot of people, the best DC superhero movie ever made.
What's Rotten Tomatoes say?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Actually, yeah, I'm curious.
I'll look that up.
You pulling that up? I won't
Yeah.
touch that then.
Let's see here. Did they even did they block people from doing it yet?
Maybe.
Have there been reviews of it?
Yeah, they have blocked it right now. So no,
Still
no,
under-
yeah,
Still under embargo.
yeah.
Well, that's okay. We've heard rumors, whisperings in the dark.
Rumblings.
Hold on, no.
Oh,
Yeah, no, they have blocked everyone right now from giving their reviews.
nothing yet.
Audiences and critics.
Audience and critics
So-
alike
You know-
have no idea.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Up until I'm okay if they only release the reviews right before the movie.
But why? It's getting such a positive review. You should milk it right now.
Maybe they're gonna
Get the
wait.
hype going.
Maybe they're gonna wait till it's closer to the movie's release. So that way they can really hype it up then. Because the hype will die down and then it'll build up briefly right before the movie. That's usually what happens.
I don't know. This movie looks like a freight train coming at you.
Oh, it does. Well, I'm sure it's gonna.
I mean, they should hype it now because theaters will have more screenings then.
Yeah, compared to Spider-Man, like there's been more Flash stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Spider-Man. I think it's gonna be a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a big movie. I think. I don't know if it's gonna top the first one in terms of emotional and how you feel when you walk out of the theater, but I think it's gonna be a fun movie to
Well,
watch.
that movie, the first one had such a huge impact because it was.
So different.
Yeah.
Are we doing a
Yeah.
review? Are we coming back here and doing a review?
Yeah.
It's 12:30. It'll end by 3:30.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can come back and do a live. We'll do spoilers at the end, but we'll do our take on it.
My favorite line from the first
Friday.
film.
It's a Friday evening.
Yeah. I'll be busy at work, but I'll be able to
We'll
watch
have
the
chicken
movie.
then.
Oh, will
Hey, you can always book off sick. No one's telling you not to.
Yeah, say it live on the internet. I'm going to
Have
be
a free
sick on
ticket to the
Friday.
movies, a dinner.
My
I mean-
favorite line from the first film is that Noir Spider-Man. He's holding the match. He's like, sometimes I let a match burn down to my fingertips just so I can feel something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That was so noir, cheesy,
Yeah.
but like just.
On when he throws the bagel and then instead of saying pow or biff, it just says bagel.
Yeah, that's true. I love that the comic little additions that they added
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
It made it so.
So a
So
lot of movies
interesting to
coming the next month, man. A lot of movies. June is gonna be a packed month of movies. We have your favorite Indiana Jones, and then I think in July we have Barbie, Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
We have a slew of movies coming out.
I
It's
think
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
interesting.
watch
Mission
Oppenheimer.
Impossible. is it July?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to watch that for sure.
We'll see.
I
Yeah.
wonder who's gonna be the king of it all. Who's gonna be the number one grossing movie this
The
summer?
Flash. That's
Yeah,
my guess.
I think so too as well.
It's got Michael Keaton.
Are we
as
including
Batman.
like Guardians of the Galaxy?
Everybody. Yeah.
And Mario, because they're still killing it.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's true.
That's true.
But is that summer? That's sort of spring, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Don't they?
Do you know? I still think it's gonna be the Flash. I think Guardians of the Galaxy was great, but my guess is the Flash is gonna take it for the summer.
Yeah.
It's just
I think Spider-Man's gonna be close.
Spider-Man's gonna be
Because a lot
good
of
because
kids are
it's
gonna go watch that too with their
yeah.
parents.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Flash is sort of,
But it's
not
also an-
that level.
it's an animated.
Like 6-year-old kids don't care about Flash.
it's not. But the Flash is gonna bring in the current DC fans and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
people that used to watch Batman,
Yes.
and they're like,
it's
he's,
a much
he's
more
back.
shotgun
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
blanket.
yeah.
It's gonna have that nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the animated Spider-Mans are much more of a cult following, I would say. A huge cult following. Like, but when the first one came out, it snuck under the radar, and then everyone was like, "You guys see, holy like balls!"
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
So I think it will still do very well, but I don't know that it's as mainstream because it's not. It's Spider-Man. It's the animated multiverse backstory subgenre of Spider-Man.
Now,
So,
going to Indiana Jones, they spent over $250 million to make that movie. By the way,
Yeah.
if they don't make $400 million, that's a fail.
I'll be honest. I don't care if the movie flops. Because, like, it's the last one, right? Who
Yeah.
cares? Like, oh, it's going to influence if they make the next one. No, there's going to be no other one. Who cares? Let's just,
just kill me, George.
kill off Indy.
I, have a
I know they
feeling-
don't.
I have a feeling it's gonna be under $450 million.
Yeah, I think maybe 375.
Yeah, that's a fail then. In terms
Oh,
of,
yeah.
in terms of making revenue out of
Yeah.
it, profit.
You want to double it, don't you? Yeah.
You want to get
wanna
500 easy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Doesn't
then trickle in. Later.
Harrison Ford always want to die in his movies.
Yeah.
He does.
Because he just hates working.
what if he gets stuck back in time?
No. I know
And
the
just
ending.
Finally, I can
Then
rest.
they can make their trilogy.
No, I do know the ending for the new indie movie, and I think I've told it to you guys before, but it ends on like a happy note.
He walks away,
There's
and then she picks up the
I don't
hand
know
of
if
the
I
whip.
should say right now.
He built a hot tub
Don't tell me.
Yeah,
with
won't say
secret
anything.
compartments.
She hits him with the whip. Get back to work.
Well, keep in mind,
Turns
Marion's
into-
still in it.
Sorry.
Marion.
Maid Marian?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's her name?
From Raiders of the Lost Ark, his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
because
still
they
in
got
it.
married in the last one.
Yeah, they got married, and they're not gonna kill her off right away.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
actress is still alive, but she's still in it. Yeah, I think the movie might flop during the.
Are they going to explain what happened to Shia LaBeouf?
Yes, they do.
Oh, really?
I know. what
Motorcycle
happened.
crash.
No, I'm not gonna say anything.
He wasn't in a
I won't
fridge.
say- I won't say anything.
Because it is his son, right?
But keep in mind during the time period what could be happening
War.
to Indy, what could be happening to Shia LaBeouf, what could be happening to Marion.
Yeah.
What was it, 70s?
80s? I think it's around 70s. I
Man.
don't
He's gone off to Vietnam.
Vietnam, yeah.
know. I'm not gonna say what
There's
happened.
going to be a bunch of CCR on the soundtrack?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dead, 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 dead.
Oh, speaking of actors who died, one of the main villains in the Ahsoka
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Ray Stevenson.
So,
Do you know what?
Rest in peace.
Do you know
Yeah.
what bugged me a little bit? Some places were saying like known best for his hit show Ahsoka. It's like it's not even out yet. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
We're
I
not-
feel bad for the guy. He doesn't even get to see the dumpster
Yeah.
of a show that's going to come.
Well, do you know it might be
It's
a
gonna be
hit,
pretty good.
and then he wouldn't be around to see it, which would be a shame.
yep.
It might
gonna be
do
good.
really well.
It's going to be good. It's just Rebels live action. It's going to be good.
I hope so.
This show was good. This episode of Popcorn Chicken was really good.
You should hit the subscribe button.
Definitely better hit the subscribe button. We're trying to talk about Silo, but it keeps flopping here for us.
episode's
I believe in it. It's coming back.
Chris believes in it. I hope it gets better by episode 5 and 6. But we'll continue. We'll talk about it to the end, to the finale episode, And we have on the horizon, by the way, our friend D had said he will join us for the next show, which is going to be Samuel L. Jackson in Secret Invasions. It's a sci-fi and espionage type of show on Disney Plus, and it will be in June.
We didn't even talk about the trailer. I guess next time.
We talked about it on a Monday show.
Good.
So we will do an episodic breakdown of it, and D said he will join us for that.
Nice.
So I think that's going to be fun to talk about, and we'll see if the show is fun, right?
It's looking good. Secret Invasion. The
Yeah,
trailer.
it's all right.
Launch is June 21st, like a
Yeah.
month.
So just after Silo ends.
And then Ahsoka must come right after that, right? They
Yeah.
don't like to have them at the
Overlap
same
too
time.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be pretty busy throughout the summer. So
Alrighty.
Nice.
thank you for joining us. Hope you had a good day. Make sure to do all those cool things, especially the like button. Please hit the like button because that's how the algorithm knows that we exist. And leave a comment too on some of the things you're watching or we should be watching so that we could talk about it on the show. We don't just do Silo here. We do other things as well. And whatever you guys have interest in, let us know. We'll definitely get into it. Like somebody mentioned Godzilla. We talked about Godzilla today. So we'll do that, whatever it takes, to make sure that you're informed and entertained. I think we were all entertained today with each other and in the chat. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. Say bye-bye. Say bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.